بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته تدوين تدوينيال أخيار طار دمانتي ومدى الصوماليات طلي الدبد مشي كمان سلامي everyone hello welcome back so المشكلة مفروض good evening and yeah nearly Thursday night streams what up people what up let me start the link from early yeah and yeah talk to me. How's everyone? How's everyone's first? How's everyone been? How's everyone doing? Yeah, man, I'm just gonna, like I said, it's the nearly Friday stream, so I thought, I've got a couple of hours to spare. I thought, you know what, I ain't been on for a little while. That's what's been going on. Early on the bed, got, some good news, bad news, one or two stories that I've, manifested this week. So I thought, I'll share it with the people. Let me know what your thoughts on this are. And to break it down. And yo, always love this channel, by the way. MTV Somali news channel. I'm always gonna plug it. Always gonna put it in the chat. Big up that brother all day long. So let's see what's going on. Do a quick little roundup.
Reports coming in from Air Force Base in Mogadishu state that the Prime Minister of Somalia and the heads of state in the Benadir region have recently signed.
Sorry, I hate when that happens, man. When the no sound thing happens. I'm just out. Bear with me, guys, for a little bit.
The event was also attended by the speakers of
So, guys, let me know if you guys can hear me. Because I don't know, I'm losing. Let's just see what's going on. I don't know. So, huh. Yeah, let me know if you guys can hear me. That's interesting. So, go. Yeah, guys. Yeah, back again. Sorry, let me know. Like, man, I don't know, man. Hate the technical difficulties sometimes, man. I thought things were gonna be running smooth, but little did I know, let me. What the hell is going on? I can't play videos. I can't even get audio for videos no more. Like, what is going on? But my angle is just not. I don't even know. Anyway, let me just try this. Yo, big up, broski. Can you hear me? Yeah. Abby said, yeah, yeah, yeah. We can hear you. We can hear you. I love that. I love that. Big up, big up. Need that confirmation there still. There's a video that I want to play. I'm sure what is going on? What is really going on? I don't even know. Yeah, yeah. Big up. Move best. Move best knows. Yeah, yeah. Phew. Like that was back. But for some reason, I can't even. Let me try it this way. Yo, I don't even know what's going on. Nah, man, that's weird. That is so weird. I don't know whether to. Bear with me, guys. One second, one second. Let me just do this. Yo, big up. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Again, I apologize. I just clocked what happened. Really just clocked what happened. Still, yeah. Link to the chat's right there. Anyone that wants to jump on. Like I said, let me just start off again. I was thinking to myself, what the hell is going on? So I could see the video. I couldn't hear it, and I'm thinking to myself, is it me? So yeah, again, let's pick up my brother. Again, always. I'm gonna leave his link in the comment section. Big up, big up.
Welcome to MTV Somali Channel's nightly news bulletin. If you're new to us, please don't forget to subscribe in order not to
Again, I
miss
don't
out on
even
our
know
nightly news round in
what is
Somalia.
going on.
You can catch all breaking news on our website www.mtvsomali.com. In
This is
today's
me. I don't know what's going on, bro. Every time earlier this was off. I don't know what is it? Screenshot. I don't even know what's going on today. Tech is moving crazy. The tech is moving bonkers. Bang, bang, bang. I'm gonna try to play the video in the back because I can't believe this video's not even working. I don't even know what's going on with the sound. Ah man, no, no. I thought, yeah, man. I wanted to get into it. There was a banging video that I wanted to play, but I just don't know what's really going on. Why isn't the volume not working on the mic settings? I don't even know what's going on here. There, fucking hell. Yeah, no, dude, sorry, part of the language, you know, them ones. But really, I wanted to get into one or two things. Yeah, boy, what they say. Let me just put this here. Let me just play around with this. I don't know what is up, but boy, let me try this here. Might have to do it this way then. Yeah, I'm gonna try it this way, man.
Welcome to MTV Somali Channel's nightly news.
Yeah, as you can. There you go. والله maanta yaa maxaan ku alla yaraa dhib iyo dhibaato aan la rafaaday still hadana waskeena hadana webista headsets iyo hadana weba try something else. Try this way. Yo, Jeff,
Yo, what's up, bro?
can you hear me? No, sorry, I'm just going through some audio difficulties, cuz.
Nah, I can hear you perfect, bro.
Fucking nah, it's just what it is.
Nah, I
I'm
can
trying
hear
to.
you. Can you hear me perfect, bro?
Yeah, wait, let me try this way. Let me try
You
this way.
good, bro? I hear you, bro. I just came to look, for my ranch. You feel me? That's it. Other than that, just chilling.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Yeah, come
Can you
hold
hear
on.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. Come.
Nah, bro. I just came to look for my ranch, bro. You feel me? I'm just looking for my dip and sauce. You feel me? That's it.
What's the ranch? You need
I'm
to
looking
give
for
me.
my.
You need
Huh?
to give me some. You need to teach me some of that American lingo, my
It's
ranch.
not lingo, bro.
Sauce.
I just want some. I just want what can I say, bro? I'm a Tinder, bro. I'm just trying to add it, trying to dip my sauce in someone. That's it, bro. You know what I mean? But I think this is the wrong place.
Oh
Man,
no. What was I gonna say to you? Oh, you're from the statesides, innit? Yeah. I listen.
Yeah.
There's a mad case that came up in it. Yeah.
Okay, spell.
Yeah, bro. It's a mad. I don't know. Wait. This is what I wanted to play. My volume kept fucking up, but hopefully we're back. We're back. But it's a mad thing. I think it popped off 2 days ago in America, and then Shakira won. And it happened to the Somali community. You know, we like to stay on top of the Somali community business.
What happened, bro? Sometimes, bro. I'm just watching the Sharma Boy beef, bro. That shit is just
I
so funny,
see.
bro. Yeah, I'm
You
still watching that
see?
shit, bro.
Oh shit! That made me cry. They took it to another level.
Bro, this nigga is like old as fuck, bro. Why is he bullying the kid, bro? Like, what the fuck? That's lame, bro. This nigga said, "تضكية أنا دفاعية أنا إتاجن." I'm like, nigga, what the nigga? What the fuck?
No, but you know what makes me laugh here? The way Mama switched it up into some Kabili shit. Like Shama
Yeah,
Boy must have went to was it the Gutterware,
yeah,
landing off the plane. He didn't help himself, but he's a young buck, you know? Like he's a young in his early
yeah,
20s.
yeah.
Pulled out the strap, he's like, what? I think I'll sit there, I think I'll sit there. I
I'm
started
a
crying.
Jatania. That had me dying, bro.
I was crying. And then he's trying to
Yeah.
get these other guys involved. I'm thinking to myself, is it views or is these man actually? Because some of the shit they're saying is kind of dangerous for the kid, you know. I'm thinking
Nah,
a big
bro.
man.
I think the big man, bro. I'm like, bro, let the little nigga rock, you feel? Because you know what the niggas does, right? He
Yeah.
goes to every state, right? And then
Yeah.
he makes them a song, and he just finesse money out of them. Like, yo, shit is low-key fire, bro. Like, he went
Yeah.
to Somaliland, he made a song. He went to
Yeah.
Djibouti, he made a song. Now he
I know.
made for Portland. You feel me? I think
Certain people,
tomorrow, yeah,
you know this, Jeff. Certain, you know my
yeah,
man. You know what? You know someone else come to. You know what? Abuan. I'm hearing the big man's Abuan. Like he's a songwriter, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah,
And then I'm hearing you see my man Shamo Boy. Like obviously he's come out of nowhere. He's just doing his own thing. You can see he's just
yeah.
doing his own thing. Yeah. These man, he's been writing songs for all these people, and these artists are not blowing in it. So
Oh,
a lot of
shit.
people are trying to say he's trying to cause a little fitna. But you know some of the rhetoric he's spitting is dangerous. You know.
Oh,
The old
Sharma
man.
Boy?
No, the
Oh,
old man.
the Darksol
Yeah,
nigga.
he's trying to say, yo, this guy, and you can't come back. Then I see some next guy jumping on the guy's dick.
Nah,
Some,
bro, these niggas, you know what killed me, bro? They had like recording of each other. I'm like, yo, you guys already planned this, bro. Why are you guys recording each other? First of all, that's kind of lame. You know what I mean? Imagine how to talk to you over WhatsApp, right?
yeah.
And then you record our whole conversation. You know, it's kind of a little fishy on both sides. You feel me?
I know. See,
I, I saw them, both of them, like fucking recording. I was like, what the fuck?
they took it to the next level. But so, man, I see one guy jumped on you, some weird looking Donny in it, some weird looking brother in it. Yeah. Watch this
Which,
video. I have to pull out the video. Yeah, watch this. Yeah. You gotta start crying. The way he's dropping bars, yeah, I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like, you know, this guy got paid in it. Where is he? Where's my man?
let me see.
This is my man's channel. Yeah, he's been going in on all of them. He's trying to say I'm the boss. I own YouTube. I'm shutting shit down. I'm like, alright.
Nah, this nigga killed me. He said he went to Djibouti and then he came back and this nigga rapped about iPhone, bro. I was like, damn, you guys live in a third world country, bro. These niggas rapping about iPhones, bro. That's crazy, bro. Like, not even chains, bro. These niggas are rapping about iPhones.
Watch this. This is when I said the thing went seriously sick. It went left. Watch this. Mute off a little bit. Well, watch this, Jeff.
I can't see it, bro.
Alright, I'll hit it up for you. One second.
Yo, bro, put the volume. I can't hear it.
Are you sure you can't hear it?
Nah, deadass. I can hear you now, but I can't hear that thing, bro. Wait, it was stream it. Just stream it. I'm gonna go back on YouTube and watch it from YouTube.
Please tell me, can you guys hear? Yeah. Can you hear it?
Nah, bro. I heard jack shit. You know, it is what it is, bro. Couldn't hear it, bro. But yo, just give me a synopsis of it. So what happened?
This little tick for tat thing, you get where I'm coming from, my bro. It's going, it's basically they're trying to stabilize it to the max. And I'm thinking to myself, you're a big man, Tahir. Like, what are you doing? Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, bro. Crazy story, but I was on Clubhouse, right? When it was popping, right? I used that. I was like, I got bored, right? I went on there, bro, at the beginning, right? These niggas were beefing each other, bro. But for some weird reason, bro, Khalil came up. This nigga said, you guys are coming against me because bro, when Somali beef, bro, there's always a Khalil like at the end somewhere in, bro.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, bro, you just an asshole, bro. It's not your Khalil, you feel me? But you're that, bro, like that nigga, bro. He's like, no, not trying to diss that nigga, but like if them and Sherman boy had to fight, my money's on Sherman boy, bro. Like, bro,
I don't know, you know. I think if it's a fist fight, clean cage fight, I think that can handle it.
Nah, bro, I don't think so, bro. My money's on Sherman boy, bro. You saw that nigga? He jumps, he dances, bro. He's a little fit, you know. You got like the cardio, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how you feel me? If you see this nigga dance in his videos, he's like jumping around. That nigga, all he does is sit, bro. So my money is definitely on, you know, Sherman boy, bro. But it would have to be between like Ilkas, bro, and fucking that Sherman boy. My money would be Ilkas, bro. That nigga's low-key big, bro.
Yeah, that nigga moved it still.
I can't hear you, bro.
I said that brother moved. That brother will take it still. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, Ilkas, bro. He's low-key big, bro. But it's just Somali rap, man. It's funny, bro. Like I never expected this in a million years. You know what I mean?
Where did you think the trend come off?
I thought these niggas, like, I thought they was gonna like collab and stuff. Yo, you remember a group called White Hat Soup from back in the day?
Yeah.
Yo, what happened to them, bro?
They're about that, but they do more political songs.
No, bro, crazy shit, bro, right? So, like, I think it was Saturday, bro, right? And I looked up, I got bored, right? And I started looking, you know, when you look up random shit, right? I looked up their song, bro, right? Bro, the quality was ass, bro, if I look back.
Yeah.
That shit was ass, bro. These niggas were Queen and they were shooting a music video. That shit had me dying, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if you look back at it now, huh?
I swear, who did they do a video? Was it Kendrick Lamar? Who was it? It was someone like, no, it was Panther. What's that name? Diesel Design? What's his name?
I don't know who that is, bro. They never did a song with Kendrick Lamar, bro.
Oh, Kendrick, it's that guy, man. What's his name? Diesel.
I don't know who that is. Nah,
Designer.
I don't know who that is, bro.
So one of the American rappers.
Nah, bro, they never did, bro. That's KIM, bro. Don't cuss my American people like that, bro. But nah, bro, it was funny that, you know, they were shooting music videos like at a fucking mahal. Like they were washing shoes, bro. Like this one soon why have something like the nigga, he's like talking about Jael and he's like he's cleaning shoes, bro.
You say polish like?
Yeah, was that what's it called?
Yeah, that's what it's called, man. The man, I don't know, man. Yeah, Salam.
Yeah, but I thought she was cute back in the day, bro. Honestly, bro. But I don't know, man. Like, I used to have a crush on her as a kid, bro. Was these videos came out when I was like 6, 7, bro.
Yeah.
Or 8, man. Yeah, when it came out, bro. I was a young nigga, you feel me?
I just started, me myself, I just started listening to them recently, yeah. And all I'm seeing is Jefferson. It's these man there, they're politically motivated. They've got some, yeah, all of their tracks, man.
Now I just remember like the old
The
shit
old
from
beats.
Madison. Yeah, like bro, these niggas, bro, used to fucking record like videos, but it's also back in the day, so you got to give credit to them too. So it's back in the day, right? It was like in the early 2000s. So they used to like have like when you do a video, you do a filter, right? And you can have like two side of your shit.
Yeah.
These niggas like look up their songs, bro. They had like, bro, it's bad, bro. The graphic and shit is like super bad. But back in the day, it looked lit. That was the craziest thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they kind
Like,
of stepped out, man. I swear to God, there. I looked at
yeah.
their track recently. One of their views hit a mil.
Nah,
Actually,
but
I'm looking at.
I don't watch the new shit, bro.
Yeah, they hit a
But
mil, man. They're on a million views. I was like, whoa! Through that political song they made, I was like, shit.
bro, honestly, bro, it's easy to get famous in the Somali community, bro. All you gotta do, bro, is just do some fucked up shit, bro. Just do something outside the norm,
Eh,
and then you guaranteed to pop, bro. That's it.
that's it.
Bro, look at Blue Makeup, bro. He has like what, like 30, 40K followers, bro, and there's Somali people following him, bro. You know what I mean?
Come on, that man there. Come on, you can't bring up that man's name,
I'm
right?
just saying, bro.
Man, fuck
He's
all of that, man. Khalis Kasi, bro.
But still, bro, I'm saying is, bro, all he did is just go outside the norm. You know what I mean? That's how easy. Like, you just do something different in the Somali community. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
but that's not norm, man. Come on, that's not
no,
norm,
I
bro,
said
bro.
outside. I know that I said
No,
outside the
outside
norm.
no,
I said outside the
that's
norm. For
you
example,
condone.
bro,
Alright, Jeff, say, let me say something. You condone them type of behavior, personally,
my
between
nigga,
me and you, G's.
bro, I
Let's
really
have
just
a
don't.
conversation.
I just don't care, bro. You feel me? I just don't care. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I'm not worrying about another man what he does. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like my nigga, that's kind of low hanging fruit, you know. Oh, bro, though, but I just don't care. I'm trying to do my thing. You feel me?
Say
Yeah,
if someone's influencing the community in a negative way, wouldn't you?
bro. There's no such thing as influencing the bro. We're adults, right? You don't
I'm
get
adults.
influenced, bro.
I'm not talking about us. You're an adult. I'm an adult, right? Yeah. You're in your ways, but I'm saying there is influence. There's people that do influence our community, like degenerate behavior, okay,
Oh,
like
let's
rap
be.
music, okay. Let's pick up a random subject like rap.
Mhm.
Like you know how rap here in our community. I'm looking at certain rappers. I'm like 1 minute like. I'm not being a hypocrite, but I think to myself, you're promoting like violence. Next minute, this, that, for really, and do you really live that life? Because certain people, I'm questioning. You're not really about that. You live in a council house in somewhere in London.
You saw what happened to top 5. That shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, what do you think about instances like that, especially in Canada, them places?
That shit is crazy. No, but that shit is crazy. But bro, you know what I mean? Alhamdulillah, I don't live in those areas. But on a real though, bro, like you can't, bro. Like I can't tell people, yo, don't listen to music. Don't.
I'm not saying that.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that. Bro, I'm not being hypocrite. Not like that. I'm saying, Jeff, in a way where certain degenerate things, like certain things. All right, maybe you have to be precise. What do you think are degenerate things that you wouldn't like to see young Somali brothers and sisters being promoted to? Or you just don't really give a shit? Is one of them, Jeff?
Bro, we can't, bro. That's the thing, bro. There's no such thing as an influence, bro. You feel me? We did win, and in fact, little kids too, bro. Like, at the end of the day, bro, content is free, right? At the end of the day, right? Yeah, for example, if someone comes on, on their degenerate behavior and they live in the West, right? First of all, bro, they uploaded that video, right? If you're trying to take care of your kid, right? Mark, to limit your kid's action if you don't want your kid to fall in the degenerate. I feel like the parents should, take blame too and say, oh, this is what my kid is not doing. You got to keep an eye on your kid. But how do you want to blame it on someone else and scapegoat him or say, oh, Hevel is doing degenerate and the community is getting influenced? No, bro. Me personally, bro, I have nothing against these people. I'm like, yo, just do your thing. It's kind of backward thinking, Anaka had the saying, oh, let's limit our community. Our community can watch not that, bro. I believe in free martab hashi. All content, should be available to anyone, bro. If you want to watch whatever you want to watch, bro, do it. You know what I mean? Does it make sense, bro? It's kind of lame, bro. Like policing people, and I'm against that shit.
True.
You know what I mean? But, bro, I love degeneracy. Shout out to degeneracy, Fante. Nothing wrong with it, bro.
You say you're promoting it. You say, yo,
I want clubs in Somalia, bro. You know what I mean? With all due respect, you know what I mean? I just want to turn up, bro. I just want to turn up in Somalia. I want to turn up in my homeland. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Why? You said you want to turn up. What do you mean when you say turn up?
Addy, you know, like the regular 10-up, you know what I mean?
You say you want to see spring break in Somalia?
I just want to see like Addy, you know, people just having a great time in Somalia, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's not, you know, at the end of the day, bro, imagine, bro, right?
Yeah.
Somali Magahi Mata is friendly, right? You go to Somali Magahi, you know, they welcome you open arm, you know, even if you show, they take care of you, fancy.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine a Somali club, bro. They'll be welcoming, bro. You feel me? And if you get too fucked up, they'll help you out, fancy. You know what I mean?
I think, brother, you're in the wrong. I think, you know, the infamous laugh. I remember when you first come on here, that laugh made me cry. Listen, I think, shall I tell you what I recommend for you? I recommend to go to Djibouti, bro. Djibouti.
No, I'm just saying is, bro, you're missing the idea, bro, right?
No, but
you know
all you're saying is in Djibouti. Like, literally, if you go to Kampliski, you go to these places.
It's all lie. I never been back home, bro. People usually don't know that. They just usually make assumption. No, I never been back home. But I'm just saying this, bro, right? You know, when I see a Somali person, right? I feel more at home with Fante. You know what I mean? I feel more at home. When I go to a Somali Fante, you know, the food is there, you know. Everything is addy, you feel me? Everything is normal. But imagine, bro, if I go to a Somali club, bro, great hospitality. You know, they'll even advise me, yo, up to this is a little too strong. Can you drive? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, bro. You know, take care of me. You know, I can wear my ma'us to the club. You know what I mean? She, bro. You know,
man said, I want my ma'us in the club.
You know,
my ma'us in the club. I'm done.
I'm just saying this, bro. If you get fucked up in a Somali club, bro, they will personally call the Uber for you. You know what I mean? You know, they'll make sure, you know, they'll take care of you. But these Ata niggas, they don't give a fuck, you feel me? They lagel kagadan bus. You know what I mean? Imagine you go to a Somali strip club, bro. They'll take care of you feel me? I'm just saying this, bro. Yeah, bro, like we need to like take our Somali and create entertainment for the regular people, bro.
Man, I'm gonna ask you, Jeff, yeah. Man,
Listen, brother, let's not bring the dean in here, man. Come on.
Let's not go there. No, I don't want to go there.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying this, bro. It's my ideas, bro. I'm just saying this, bro.
No, go ahead.
Somalimo, bro, it's a beautiful thing, and we need to monopolize our Somalimo in the entertainment business. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's it, bro. Just think about, bro, when you go to a Somali show, right? It's more welcoming, bro. My nigga, you can go on the whole stage.
Yeah.
That's a Somali fucking, what's it called? You know, you go to a Somali show, or what's it called? Roaid or some shit like that.
Yeah.
If you go there, you can go on the stage with a fan. Bro, Somali artists are not dickheads, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like Adan and Ajnabis, you know, they're all dickheads, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying this, bro. Let's monopolize, you know, our Somali entertainment industry. And we need to uplift it, bro. It's kind of trash, bro.
Do you think, as diasporas, like I'm looking at a lot of Somali content. Do you think because they don't own their content?
It's not even that.
Because I'm looking at them, they're all signed to different labels, this, that. Well, would you say start owning the content?
No, listen, bro. All I'm saying is, Fante. You know, I'm not promoting fitna or anything, Fante, bro. It's your own personal choice. You can take what it is, right? I'm just exchanging ideas, right? So, bro.
Revert to tradition, yeah. What's he saying?
Bro, listen.
It's up to him, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. This place is created for man to speak. He say what he wants to say. Wait, carry on, man. Forget the chats, man.
It's all Gucci. It's all Gucci. But listen, bro. If you look at Somali content, bro, it's lame, bro. Allah, if you look at Somali content, bro, all these niggas, bro, they do reaction videos. They do fucking eating, pranking, vlogging, have guests of vlogging. Bro, nigga, that shit is lame, bro. I want to see, you know, some Somali comedian, bro. I like jokes, bro. You know what I mean? We make this, bro. Somalis, bro, we been making the same banana jokes since like fucking forever, bro. It's kind of lame, but I don't even find that shit funny. The Hoya jokes, that, bro. Like, listen, bro. Like,
but you know what? Some of the Somali content is killing me, though, bro. I'm like I'm saying, the Shamo Boy and the diet thing is fucking hilarious. Bro.
Yeah, but
that's hilarious. Come on, you gotta admit, Jeffy.
No, but the thing is, bro, that thing is not intentional, though. That's the thing, right? Isn't it ironic, bro? That thing is not intentional. It's just.
But it's funny. Think that makes it though? Don't you think, Jeffy, a comedy when it's natural?
Nah, I don't think so.
I think so. I hate when it's scripted out. I feel like, you know.
No, it's the way. If you look at stand-up comedians, if you look at stand-up comedians, right, Dave Chappelle, Paul Mooney, Eddie Griffin, if you look at Fante,
Your name is big man.
I think even like the low, like if you go, I don't know if you go to comedy clubs. Sometimes I go to comedy clubs, right? And I was one in Chicago recently. It was kind of lame, so it's like hit and miss, right? But the comedy, right, the scripture, right, the way the joke is going, it has a punchline. The way it's hitting, Fante, there's a whole art form within it. The ones we watching, Fante, for example, if you watch Somali TikToks, right, people back home, you know, doing like Hindi shit, you know, actually it's funny. But it's funny because these people are serious and it's ironic. That's the only reason it's funny. You know what I mean? I'm saying it.
I've watched some of the Somali TikTok in it. I've just like flick through. You know, when you get sent on Instagram, it's hilarious. There's certain people that are killing it.
Yeah.
One of the two brothers that I met and sisters, I'm not gonna lie to you, that are smashing it on TikTok. They're funny, literally funny.
Nah, but I'm just saying this, bro. Somali content, bro. It's bro, you know what we need, bro? We need to have a Somali Kevin Samuels, bro. That shit would be funny, bro. Like, imagine, bro, a nigga comes on and he tells everything that's going on in the community, bro. Like, we just need the red pill and nigga coming in is like, yo, bro, you paid a 50K for this? Got to Kunaka Basin, bro. I can pay this or some shit like that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, niggas come on and they tell their story, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but KS is killing it, man. KS is but then again, don't you think KS his thing is like, obviously he's always image consultant, and he's made an angle where I'm thinking, rah. But the other thing, you're complaining about Rad belittling women, and you're bigging up Kevin Samuels right now.
Listen, there's a difference, right? Kevin Samuels, bro, doesn't bully women, bro. That's a difference. Listen, bro. I'm not a fan of Kevin Samuels, right? Listen, bro. Let me say this, right? Yeah. I'm not a fan of another man, bro. People being black, Fante. I will never do that, Fante. I'm a fan of myself. Not to be cocky, right? But regarding Kevin Samuels, bro, nigga's funny, bro. Like, he's just funny, bro. Shh. Don't interrupt me. When he does that shit, it's just funny, bro.
He's in the danger zone.
Nah, but he says black women are the most obese women. And they're fat, bro. And I'm like, what? You know what I mean? And then, bro, I was watching one last night. There was a lady that called in, right? Some Adan, like Hispanic lady. She said she was a billionaire, bro. She said she makes millions of dollars, right? Yeah. But, and she lives in a ratchet home. And then she says, yo, my fiance. First she said, my fiance, he has, 3 degrees. And then Kevin was like, what? And it's like he has like 3 associates. And then on top of that, she said he's autistic. Out of nowhere, bro. He's like, yo, my guy's autistic. He's not a man. I'm a provider. And then, bro, he eventually talked to her, and then he was like, oh, you make a lot of money. You know what? You should come pay me. It's not for free. Yeah. And there's another girl that said, yo, I'm a chore. And he's like, yo, why are you trolling me? You're a grown woman. You know what I mean? But there's so many content in the Somali community, bro. Because, like, there's so much shit that's going on, bro, that people don't talk about, bro. For example, like, Newcomb Fante. A lot of Somali men these days, bro, like they grew up in the West, Fante, their parents in the West, whatever, they kind of grew up a little soft, I'm not lying. Like, bro, like some of them grew up soft, bro. That, like,
Jeff, when you're saying soft, break it down. What do you mean soft?
Bro, I mean like a sense of, what Fante. Because, my mom, Fante, and my wallet, because, I'm a 90s kid, Fante. Come on. I was born in the 90s, right? Yeah. And bro, like, I see the new generation, bro. I see my nieces and I see my nephews, bro. And think about, right, the ones that have, the kids are I'm saying the parents. Let me rephrase, right? Let me say the parents that's becoming this generation are soft, bro, in the Somali community. You know what I mean? Because bro, my niece and nephew, bro, they like 7, 8, 9, around there, 10 if I'm not mistaken, Fante. They got a whole PlayStation in the room, bro, Fante. Yeah. My age, my nigga, I used to have knock fake brands, bro. You feel me? I know. I used to be told, hey, get an A. And then once I get an A, and then they buy me like a fake version of the thing, Fante. I remember asking the MP3 one time, and they bought me like a fake one, Fante. Like, our parents would lie to us, Fante. I don't know about you. And then they would be hard on us, Fante. Right now, bro, we live in a generation, bro, not to put mental health down, Fante, but like, Fante, psychological trauma, this, we can't do this, we can't do that. My nigga, I used to get beat, bro. I remember I used to fuck up, bro, and my dad, like, beat me in front of the whole school, Fante, you know what I mean? and I turned out good today.
Would you say you're that last generation that grew up outside for the internet?
Yeah, not like the internet. We had the internet, but the thing is, we never had access to the internet. You know what I mean? Because our parents were broke, bro. You feel me? We never had. I'm just saying is, bro. These parents had the infante that's coming out, all college graduate infante. Nice mashallah on them, right? Infante. But y'all could be Korean, bro. They treat them like little Adan kids, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing right now, bro. Some of them are becoming soft, bro. Like for real, they're becoming super soft. You know what I mean?
I heard that, but what do you think? Do you think that's lack of do you think times have changed then, where parenting has to change?
I don't think
At the end of the same time, look, you can't really do, you know, like that type of discipline is. How many parents you've heard the stories like here?
I don't, bro. Obviously, listen.
Parents though, you know the ones, but.
I got you, bro. No, I'm not advocating for abuse with Fante. I'm just saying is, bro, the parents, bro, like the new generation parents out in the Somali community, because the way they were raised, like basically the way we were raised in Fante, we were raised, strict. We never had a lot of things. And right now, what's happening, bro? They're giving it access to their kids what they couldn't get, and that's unhealthy. You know what I mean? If the kid says, I want this, well, a senior. If I want that, well, a senior infante. It's some crazy thing, though. Like, it's kind of getting out of hand. And I'm like, yo, you got to show these kids, the real life, what's going on. Well, too much, you gotta be a little, not abuse them, but just tell them, tell them the truth, infante. They're telling them, Haksan, you're the smartest individual. Oh, you got to C. Oh, that's good. Next time you can get a B or D. Summer schools are thinking, they give them false pretense and fancy. That's all I'm against, bro. You got
but don't you think, like, I've been watching something that Elon Musk is doing, innit? Yeah, he's trying to revolutionize education, innit? Yeah, to where scrap that and he literally, I'll go watch it, whatever. I wish I could get the link. I don't know what's going on in my video, but. Don't you think it's time where times, like I keep saying, times have evolved, times have changed, people have adapted, people have realized, we have to change our parenting skills. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing,
I think it is, bro, because if you, for example, I don't know if you heard the saying, Mokta, it goes like, Mokta, great times, Mokta, produce weak men, and weak time produce great men, Mokta. All I'm saying is, Mokta, our civilization, Mokta, it was based on, for example, if you go back in history and going back in time, people used to invade each other, people used to pillage each other, people used to kill each other for something small, Mufante, you know what I mean? You know how we grew out of that, Mufante, we went to a whole world war, we did all these things, right? During those times, Mufante. Right now, Mokte, we're doing nothing. There's nothing challenging, nothing challenging us. Mentally, physically, we live in a society where they tell us, "Hey, being obese is good. Oh, your body matters." We live in a society where men are told.
Yes,
because Thomas, may I add, because society is degenerating while other third world countries are innovating. What does that tell you?
I don't think it has to do with that, right? Because we can't do like an A, B, and C. I don't know, monopolize the mic, right? I'll tell you, right? We cannot say, Mokte, hard condition creates, tough people. No, we can't say that, because third world countries, the people that come out there are psychologically damaged, bro. You know what I mean? Kids that have been to war and stuff.
What do you mean?
They're damaged.
Third world countries,
they're damaged.
Third world countries are rising.
But is a factor? No, bro, it's not. I doubt you're trying to correlate with that. No. Because hatta right now we have investment. Hatta we live in a society that's globalization. Third world country, Mokta, it stopped with Marta. These terrorist groups, all these organizations. People start looking for their own industry. They have better leaders now. All these things are factors, bro. You can't just say, that's not. These
Thomas
are all
Jefferson, let me ask you, why is your country, America, on a massive decline? For example, you have a country like fucking Dubai that's having latest infrastructure. For example, monorail, trains, and that. Somalia should be on that level, but in America, if you go there, you don't even have high-speed railways, for goodness sakes. Even your education in many areas are declining. And why are drugs so expensive in that country? But in a country like, Carry on.
No, continue, bro. You said drugs are expensive, but continue.
For
Continue.
example, yeah, you know what's even shocking? Like, why is healthcare so bloody expensive in America while you could get like a pack of like drugs that are cheaper, let's say diabetic drugs in Pakistan, a third world country, for like what? For $1 on that, or less than that. I'm thinking, why is American society on a massive decline? Not just America, but UK as well. UK's on a massive decline.
Okay, brother. Okay, so there's a lot of anti-American rhetoric going on,
I'm not.
That's
I'm not having an
no,
anti-American. I'm
bro.
talking about the West in general. The West in
I don't
general.
know. UK, I agree with you, but America, I don't agree with those points. I'll dissect, to my best of my knowledge, right? Hada right now, Mukhtar, when it comes to healthcare, Mukhtar, we believe in a society, right? That, your dollar, the old fashioned American way, the dollar you earn is a dollar you get. So when it comes to education, right, we live in a society that we said, hey, let's make education scarce. That's why, a lot of people from the UK, Norway, and a lot of, other countries that's educated come to America for jobs. You know why? Because Anaka, we made education so scarce that you got to pay through college, you got to pay through this, and a lot of people don't have it. Therefore, they make a lot of more money. That's our aim of it. If everyone's educated in the society, it's gonna the value of the degree it's gonna be lessened. That's why a doctor is so valuable because now a lot of people have that degree, the time we put effort in it. So that's number one for that. Mukta. Regarding cigarettes and third world countries, Mukta, number one, we have a high taxes on cigarettes, importing cigarettes and stuff like that. Therefore, Mukta, it's more expensive in the United States. And third, bro, it depends, bro. Like America, when it comes to like the obesity rate, Mokta, we have big corporation, but within those countries such as Dubai, Mokta, they're dealing the things that we dealing with, such as obesity. I think Kuwait too, like these countries that now they're dealing the things we dealing with, such as obesity, because once you have a lot of things, you get excess of it. Fante, it's not an American thing. These third world countries that are just developing right now, they're gonna eventually see the things we see in decline of things right now. Because when you see like when you're projecting something, Mukta, when you start off, Mukta, it doesn't have a peak.
What do you mean by what do you mean that third world countries will see the decline?
They will eventually because Hatta right now
it depends on what way, in what decline, what way, economic decline, social decline. Like America is socially declining. That's what I'm trying to
socially we're not declining. Socially, we're exporting our American ideologies over to other worlds. That's what we're doing most of the time. But regarding social things such as to say the birth rate is down and stuff like that, yeah, because we moved from that. We moved from the idea of saying, hey, your worth is the amount your kids have. For every social aspect you name, bro, there's a reasoning behind it. And America is here to stay. Mantum has a shalom iman. Bruno we joke is that. So the napke, you what for my country, Georgie. Thank you.
But you do, but you,
It's all yours, my honourable friend. The floor's all yours, bro. If you got a true ad.
Thomas Jefferson, obviously, you do realize that America is a shithole. Like, why, for example, Canada's doing much better? Like Canada,
brother, I think I'm gonna leave, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't dislike America, but
this is
America. I'll tell you right now, I would compare America to Brazil. It's more comparable to Brazil, will lie, man. If you paid
Brazil
me,
that has
if you paid me 50 million, well, up to if you paid me like 100,000 or £500,000 or dollars to live in America, I'd rather choose a bloody country like Lithuania to live there than live in America, man. It's just not for me, will lie, man. It's different from the UK.
Brother, I don't care if you wear a bra, I don't care where you live, bro. With all due respect, with all due respect, this whole thing, bro, this anti-American rhetoric, bro, go check it out, bro. It's not rational, bro. You have to, you know what's the crazy thing, Mote? It doesn't matter, bro, that you want to live there or not. You have it on your mind. That's it,
Why would I have it on my mind? Why? You're funny, Thomas. Wallah, you're funny, man. Why would I have it on my mind, man?
How
in the UK, but it comes on the news. For example, yesterday, Thomas. Yesterday, yesterday on my phone.
Jeff, listen. Hold up the panel for me. I'll come back, you guys. 2 minutes in here. Hold up the panel, brothers.
Yeah, bro, I got you.
Basically, it was on the news yesterday, right? Yeah, the first thing that popped up on my phone, yeah, because I got a news feed on my phone. that 9 people have been killed in San Jose, California, and I thought to myself, Alhamdulillah, I don't live in that shithole, man. My family
No,
back in the
but
80s could have. My family back in the 80s, when they fled the war, the late 80s, they could have migrated to America. Because Somali refugees at the time in the 80s and 90s, times were different. We could have gone to any countries in the world. My family could have went to America, but they chose UK. Why did they choose UK?
yeah.
Because UK is much better in terms of like what you could, for example, freely practice your religion. You could, for example, you could feel like at home, but America is a different topic.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Within regard,
Let me
No.
to be
Hey, God.
specific. Is it?
Go.
I think it's easier to be a Somali and a Muslim in UK compared to North America, America and Canada. I think UK is more easier. That's my opinion.
Firi, brother. If you want to practice your religion, go ahead, Mfante. No one's denying you that in America, Mfante. The thing is, bro, America is a beautiful country, Mokta. In the
No,
UK,
but Thomas
no,
Jefferson, I'm
within.
asking
Let
you
me
again,
let,
yeah.
let, let me answer.
Because
Let me
I
answer. Let me
believe,
answer.
no, but you're not answering my
within,
question. Yeah, I'm not
let
talking
me
about
answer.
America. I'm talking about in comparison.
Okay, let me
Because
answer.
I've spoken to people from America. I've spoken to
Bro,
people
no,
from America.
they don't represent America. You talk to people. No one represents America. America is its own entity, But regarding practicing religion, I could say the same thing, bro. Europe has produced, a lot of extremists in the country and gave Islam a bad name within those countries, brother. For example, what's going on in France, what happened, the bombings, all these things that happen, bro. In Brit, bro, people getting stabbed, Marta, organization group Marta, moving from there. It's crazy, bro, that you bragging about, countries that's full of extremists, Anaka Mokte, we have the liberty of doing whatever we want, bro. At the right now, bro, America is not that bad. You just have a bad image of it. Bro, you know how many states the United States have, bro? We have about like 50
Yes,
states.
I know. There's like what?
Within that 50 states, bro, do you think people won't die, bro? You think shootings won't happen, bro? My nigga, you are island at that. In fact, you're a speck of dust. You fancy. And with all due respect, and bro, we're at least half a continent. So within
See,
that, bro,
America, UK
they
is
don't
more
even finish it.
respected. The UK is more
Bro,
respected in
who's
America. The UK is more
what?
respected. The UK passport is more respected.
What do you mean? What do you mean, bro? The
The UK,
UK, bro.
the UK
UK is
passport,
this,
the UK passport,
bro,
the UK passport is more respected, my friend, than the
brother.
American passport.
Bam, bro. Now we making, anti, bro. There's other countries that
No,
have more. And it's not even about respected Mukta. It's about how many entries can you have with a visa. There is some countries such as, I think Malaysia actually has more entries than the United States when it comes to visa. That's not the issue, Mukta. The issue is Mukta, the pride, bro, of saying, you know what, I'm an American, I look fun why. Can you ever say UK at height? They'll be like, hey, Charlie, Hamani. When you hear America, bro, you just see great things. We done great things, bro. We helped end World War II. We helped end, we even stopped. These terrorist organization in third world countries, We went to
Not
Somalia,
really.
bro.
Ben Badanda.
We gave them
It was
aid,
actually
bro.
Russia that ended the World War II.
What do you
Last
mean,
time I
bro?
checked,
Are you mad? This guy does not know history, bro. You don't
it
let
was
me give you
actually
education.
Russia that ended it.
Bro, it was not, bro. Russia got kabashed, bro. I think they had to leave at the end of World War II, bro. And it was USSR at that time. They had to leave World War II. They got kabashed heavy. So the only time, it was against, it was against the Nazi Germany's when they came in because they were not prepared for the winner. And then, the
First of all,
equipment and stuff
see,
like
let me
that.
tell you about history of World War II. I
First,
don't want to give you a massive history lesson.
brother, go
America
ahead.
had no interest. America had no interest in World War II. It was actually UK that brought America into the war. Just to clarify,
Say that
just to
again.
let you know, it was UK that wanted America to come into World War II. America had no interest in being
Bro,
in
we
World
we
War
we
II.
we got we got kabashed, bro. They said, hey, why are you guys not doing this? Because we had Mokta, the idea of, hey, let's not interfere with other people's politics, right? And that's when the 10 happened. That's when of the 10 happened, Makasi's been the shit. That's when the turn happened of the United States shifting itself to international politics, international countries. That's when it shifted right at World War II. But when I mean we ended the World War II, we did the greatest thing and the greatest sacrifice of all, Mokte, and that was landing the atomic bomb, bro. If America have never done that, bro, we gave refuge to the Jews, bro. We welcomed the Jews, such as Albert Einstein. We helped create the atomic bomb, the splitting of it, and uranium too. And within that, we came with nuclear fusion, bro. With us, if we never done those sacrifices, nothing would happen, bro. You forgetting about D-Day, you know what I mean? You forgetting about how many soldiers died, for what they can, for the freedom and the liberty to be happen. Had the matter, bro. Was it not us, bro, that stopped Saddam Hussein? That
Well, can we change the topic? Well, man. Well, can we?
Hey, you welcome, bro. Just take your L like a new one, fat. But I don't know. Don't.
You saying Rad don't what Rad? You taking L's like? What's going on? I thought you put L's in the Rizla and smoked them, bro.
Why? I'm not taking no L's. We're just having a general debate. But at the end of the day, that's the comment section. UK and America are my countries. None of them are.
What's your country?
UK is not my country, nor is America your country.
Who said America is not my country? Who said America is not my country?
Yeah, a lot of people on the chat right now, like A Farah over here said, "Is he not Mali?" A1 saying, "What's this guy acting like he was in World War One? Like he fought in there like he's a vet."
I don't know, but listen though.
Like, I want to mention something about this. About our diaspora. What are we going to gain in terms of like knowledge, in terms of like education, technology transfer, ideas, you name it, to contribute back to our country, for example, or indirectly back to our homeland, or for the diaspora ourselves?
That's a good question.
Well, listen,
because I can't remember exactly, but there was this Somali guy who was an inventor. He was involved in computers. This was like decades ago. I think I'll try to look for the article. He must have invented or found this new idea, explored. We need to, back home in Somalia, I think we need to focus on innovation in areas like biotechnology, stem cells, what's it called? The machine building industry, automotives, like key areas, and the dairy industry.
God trying to hire up to you. God trying to, we couldn't even do a vote. Like, what's going on?
No, potential areas. I'm saying in the future, because if you know what I'm saying is,
today.
And the gacha problem. How do we solve world hunger? Because there's bloody, what the most hungriest country is? Does anyone know?
Educate, man, teach, man,
gacha kale is the India gacha eater, and it's still got high aspirations. Like, you're using gacha as an excuse. It's the most hungriest country, bro, man. Malawi is a hungry country. Zimbabwe, bro, you're due for the badini is the pero, but gacha katamanesa. Why is that? No shagan.
You're comparing 8 billion people of India to obviously India's got the fastest millionaires in the world, man. What's wrong with you, bro?
No, I'm talking about in terms of like, why are Wadanahan Gachonian? Because forget about millionaires and that's why we're not.
The boy James in the builds.
Ridley's nabad. Ridley, yo.
But not North America. What's going on with Ridley Signal, man? Oh no, he dipped out A5. I said, what do you say? Sudan, I hear this, he's saying Sudan.
Yeah, Sudan, Darfur, hungriest. Isn't it like India or Zimbabwe, Melahas? Or Niger?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we got, for, like I said, Toronto and like some third world, I don't know how hard this of building cars and automobiles up here, man. Yo. Yeah, but at the end of the day, we got, who's that? Yo, Rid.
Yo, Ridley, Skoran. Ridley.
Okay,
Ridley, yo.
Talk up a little bit.
What give me 1 second. Am I too low?
No, go for it now. Let me hear you.
Yo, can you hear me? Like, am I too low?
Yeah.
How's my voice?
No, it's good. It's good. It's clear, man. We got you. We got you. Talk to me.
Okay. What happened to Thomas
Yeah,
Jefferson inventing
Ridley.
race? Yeah, what's good up to you?
No, we're talking about
For
basically.
you,
Now we're
you
talking about.
You got scared of the big boy Rids, man. I ran. Rids has been taking man to pieces. The other day, him and Maverick 2 days ago. But what's going on, Rids, man? I shook of you know. Jeez.
Yeah, but yo, I think Rad is right though. Wallahi, the technology. You know what it is, man? A lot of people don't have loyalty, right? Like
Yeah.
during the era between 2007 to 2000, like to 2000, maybe 13, 14, Somalia was on the news, and it was a negative perception, whether it be piracy, terrorism,
Yeah.
famines, you name it. And
But
that does
nothing's
a lot.
changed. Not a lot has changed, though, man.
But
Come on. To
Ridley,
No,
what
but
are we
let
doing?
me give
What
you
are
an
we doing to
example.
fight our
Let me
Just
image?
finish.
let
Let
me
me
let
just
me
finish this.
let him land.
This does something to self-esteem. Like me growing up, I had to hold my own for people that try to use that to attack me. And this is from other refugees too. So this is what made it worse. This wasn't like your white people. Even some people would do that. Some West Indians would do that. They would use what they see in the news, and you
Come
do
on,
it.
Rid, man. This
You
is
have your
sometimes I love you, but Rid, you come with this victimization
no. Let
mentality
me
all
finish.
the
Let me
time. Man.
finish.
Oh,
I'm not.
God,
You
God,
didn't finish. You let
oh,
me
God.
finish. I'm
Come on,
just
I'm
giving you.
sitting on the
I'm
floor's
not
all
saying
yours.
me. I don't care. I know how my people are, but I'm saying that does the people. That does things to people's self-esteem. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So people, when they have that, they're not proud of their heritage or who they are. Like look at this. Look at the way
Ridley,
our
well, there. Sorry to interrupt, but there's many worse countries.
No, not
what?
really.
There's many worse. There's many worse countries like Congo, Central Africa, Haiti, and Venezuela. Many India. There's many worse countries on the planet, bro.
Yeah, but that's just pointing fingers. I'm saying, yeah. Have you ever
I'm
heard
not
the
pointing
famous
fingers
saying?
in general. Like
Yeah, exactly. But
Shithole, fam.
yeah, that's true. But let me tell you one thing though. One thing is that Somalis have the solution, but they're just not ready to work for it. There's a lot of ignorance and arrogance and pride that is with them. The only thing that we
Okay,
have is
break
you.
that down. All right, listen to this here. When you say all of that, all right, break it down for us. Elaborate.
Okay,
Because you're making
one thing.
statements right now.
Okay. One thing is this, right? So we have a large diaspora. We have a lot of people that are getting educated. We have a lot of people that have skills and whatever the case may be, right? But the situation is no one wants to go. There are people that are the most loyalist to Somalia, or to Somali state. Our parent generation who go back, want to build a house, want to retire, want to go there, do that. Like people don't understand how grateful they are that they have a country they can go to, buy land, and live the rest of their life without nothing ever happening to them. Besides, people might come at you and tease you for being a foreigner, but you have a homeland. Are you planning to live as a minority the rest of your life? Are you planning to live under the liberal movement, the progressive movement, the feminist movement, all of this shit? Bro, this era that we live in is done, fam. This country is done. You're not gonna be a millionaire. You're not gonna be nothing. You have a better chance of being a millionaire in Somalia than you do in Canada. I mean, in wherever you are. Even if you do become, what's to
What's
say
life
that
white?
you?
What's the situation in Canada at the moment? Because I hear Canada is proper mashed up.
You mind if I interject? Because you made some points there.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Some of it
And
was a bit,
also,
some of it was fallacious. It was out there. I don't know what was going on out there. Like, I don't know. Hold the first things first, yeah. You're forgetting Wololo. Like I keep saying, and I've said this numerous times in the last couple of streams, innit, Wololo. Me, myself, like in the last 18 months, I reported on 39 tarhises, unstable. Today, big up my brother MTV, Somali channel. Go subscribe. That man can't even vote. Run time when I someone call it that. Like I always say, I don't famine, gotcha, droughts, you name it.
But there's a solution to
Special.
this
So
problem.
what is the solution? Well, you're just saying
Okay,
that you're
okay, bro.
pointing
But look,
fingers and gone.
no, I'm not
My
pointing
young
fingers.
lion, go ahead. My young brother, go
No.
ahead.
This,
Those
this
are
this is
yours.
the thing that you're misconstruing. First of all, the political situation is done by a bunch of greedy men who are taking advantage of an ignorant and uneducated population. This could never happen with people that know how to read and write, that people that know how to think for themselves, and that have at least post-secondary education. That's number one. Number two, Somalia has food. They stop this treason, all of this. How do you think we survived for centuries? You know what I mean? We have an abundance of meat and milk. We just don't have it industrialized or regulated properly. You know what I mean? As nomadic people, our livestock is our currency. the ignorance comes into play where people will sell goats to Saudi Arabians, take the money and go buy food at the supermarket that is GMO or coming from Kansas, from the corn farms, and we'll get it from the USA. Our country, like many African countries,
Of
are
course.
under
GMO is killing a lot of people.
yeah, they're living under aid. They're spending their money to
You,
go to the market to buy.
but Ridley, about age, you got a good point. You know what really pees me off here about this whole bloody foreign aid rubbish? Why don't these countries just reject it? Like, I'll give an
Well,
example. You
no,
know,
because that's what they
Monsanto's.
get paid
No,
with.
no, but
That man's
Monsanto's.
whole money.
I'll give an example. Syria before the war rejected GMO. They rejected all this madness. ED. And they don't even. You know, even in Syria, they don't even have a KFC, which is a good thing. Iran doesn't have a KFC. Somalia doesn't have a KFC. They rejected this corporatism filth, this Western corporatism. What's it called? Cultural, you name it, madness. They don't want this. They want to preserve their country, their resources, everything. Like, I'll give an example. Like, look at India. India, for example, they advertise the people you said are ignorant. The average farmer, if he sees, let's say, his famous actor or whatever in Indian television, it could be Shah Rukh Khan or whatever in Bollywood, and he tells the person, you need to buy this seed. You need to give your savings and that. He will go buy the seed, yeah, which is GMO, yeah, and the seed's expensive, and he'll borrow from the bank. He'll borrow from a money lender. Once he buys the seed and plants it, and that seed fails, because the seed is bound to fail, not only will the seed fail, he's indebted, it also will destroy the soil. Google up farmer suicide in India. Wallahi, it's so sad. So many have committed suicide. And Monsanto's is an evil corporation, which is owned by that chemical company, Bayers. I think they changed their name now. They're the most evilest corporation ever.
That's facts.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Yeah, I don't know if Somalia is
that
using
protest.
GMO on that, but I heard stories in the 90s where they were taking seeds of people and giving them some next disgusting seeds.
What it is? See, this can end easily. The problem with, especially with Africans and Asians, they have no backbone. They have no pride. They sell their people for low profits. You know what I mean? Somalia is up for sale. You know what I mean? Just like he said, Somalia's instability is a UN racket. Do you know how much the UN worker makes in Somalia a month? He makes $10,000 living in the best compound, clean water, good electricity, clean food inside in the middle of a war-torn area. Do you think the classic Somali patriarch would have tolerated that? They would have been dead and dragged out of that, but they don't. They don't care. The politicians are all pieces of shit. That's what there needs to be a cultural revolution. There needs to be a lot of people to be, like I said many times here, a lot of people have to die. It's sad, but it's the truth. It happened in China, it can happen anywhere else. The problem with Africa too,
brother, are you promoting genocide, brother? Are you promoting genocide?
You're not listening.
But you should also really, it's even sad. You know, in Namibia, there was a documentary on Al Jazeera where this company based in Iceland, this Icelandic company was bribing, and this is how you know Africa is so cheap here. You could go into Africa and bribe a politician. Listen, I love your fish and it's so sweet in that, yeah, because I've tasted fish from Africa, from Somalia, with chips and that, with fries. It's very delicious. Fish from Africa is delicious. This company went undercover. Al Jazeera pretended to be a fishery company, and they showed how easy it was to get these contracts. There was a guy who exposed that Icelandic company. You wouldn't think countries like Iceland or the companies from that country would be corrupt, but they gained those contracts from that ministry through corruption. How do you know it's not happening in Somalia or any other countries, which it probably is? And recently, the Chinese bought like a beach in Sierra Leone, a beautiful beach in Sierra Leone with with the sandy and that, pristine, for cheap, for peanuts. And I said to myself, what the fuck is wrong with these people? My language, but what the hell is wrong with these people?
China owns Kenya, Ghana. They're in there, they own Zambia, Zimbabwe. Like, they come in there, they do.
So would you say is it a problem with globalization then?
No,
the underdog's gonna be it, and it's just the way the cookie crumbles. Go ahead, Ritz.
It's lack of economic, like I was about to say before I got cut off. It's a lack of economic structure. Every country that is successful has to have an economic structure before it can even think about politics. So any African country, all they want is control and dominance over the land and the people. They don't want to create economic structure. They don't want to create an employment. They don't want to create education. They don't want to create a strong and stable army. All they want is to have power and money. That's what they do.
So, okay, Ritz. My question is, you see the play, you see the GP, the gameplay in it, yeah. How do you counterattack that? What do you do? How do you
Like I said,
because
me personally, it all comes to an economic structure first. You have to come with a business plan, start your company, employ people, gain the trust and the loyalty of the local population, and then once you do that, then you do your hostile takeover. You take over everything. You have to. There's a lot of these. You gotta understand. This is all controlled by the guys that are the ages of 50 and over. There's no one that's in their mid-20s or even early that has any say in these type of political decisions that go on or the say of the future of the nation. The youth unemployment across Somalia is 70%. If you have youth unemployment to 70%, why don't you use it to put them in the army? There's so much, like the country itself is that if it was a human being, it would be like a person going through a midlife crisis right now, living in public housing. That's what it looks like right now. Like
someone Rid, Beyond Control said, yeah, stop being naive.
Yeah, but the difference
True,
is
true. But Ridley, I got something to say about this. What do you say about, for example, the in terms of like foreigners coming to do business in Somalia, and for example, what do you think of Somalia's visa policy, for example? Because anyone can get a visa to Somalia as long as you pay visa on arrival. But what do you think of it? Do you think Somalia should get rid of this visa on arrival policy, or you should apply for the embassy?
Why would you put children and youth in the army? It's the same reason why America recruits the young to the army too. It's an economic opportunity. It's the only thing that's either that or you create manufacturing. At the end of the day, the army itself is an employment and it's to defend your land. Your number one thing is to defend your land. Your land right now is vulnerable. It's looking like a child or a woman. It could easily be taken over. There's no stability in that. You need an army. It's the only way to control. Specifically, a navy and an air force is number one. The land army, you could do that any day. You need a navy and especially an air force.
But Ridley James, they should Somalia should invest in its what do you call it, its defense industry. If you look at Sudan or Ethiopia goes on defense.
The problem is, can I say something? Yeah.
Because I want to say about something about the art. This is important. I just want to say some sorry, SSR.
This is what I want to throw this in there. Just I want to throw this in there, man. Because you man are too busy. Like, up to Intel, son of the Galamine, war kuchine. Should we just move away from them type of rhetoric there?
Yeah,
Ridley James, you know what? Why I mentioned defense industry, because if you look at foreign countries, and this is similar to certain countries in Africa, if Somalia wants to get weaponry or helicopters, a lot of countries 90% need DDM, for example, in order to fight the militants and that. What is the Somali army meant to do then? If you want to end the civil war and rebuild the country, how are you going to solve the problem? Because we know the war's over, but we've got this problem in the south.
But the issue, like I said, in the south, like it needs what's the word I'm looking for? Like it needs to be militarized, It needs to be Al-Shabaab. Before with Al-Shabaab came as a way to control the country, and then it became a proxy to attack, anything against the government, because at least the Islamists know the Somali government is not for the interest for the Somali people. The Islamists at least have the interest of Somali, not in the sense of like them being better people, but they keep the Somali pride at least. The government not keeping no Somali pride. They're selling us like prostitutes, just like Ethiopia. It's like all Africa. It's a prostitute continent. It's a dark continent. It's only a graveyard. You know what I mean? This is why I said last time we have to push.
So you're saying you're quoting Vladimir Putin right now, isn't it?
No, but even that quote, it was said. It was said it was not true, but I think it is true though, because it's true. It is a graveyard. A lot of us go.
Putin called Africa a prostitute.
No, graveyard. It's a graveyard, like.
No, but if you look at it, Africa is some
just
parts
where,
of it.
like leaders go to die in it, like everywhere else, like Europe, Iran, to get Germany.
Yeah, he's right. For example,
in the African
you know about that, right? Yeah. In general, Africa, right? Yeah. Like if you look at what's going on in the Mediterranean, have you seen that video recently? The Spanish people, the Spanish guards, people had enough of like refugees and that. Yeah. Like even in Kwahanak and North Africa, like Ididi and he's calling from sub-Saharan Africa, who wants to go to Europe or these North.
Have you watched that speech with the Ghanaian president when he's speaking to the French guy? And he's hotting them up by saying we should keep our youth in the country. When he's hotting up Macron, one of the great speeches. I recommend everyone to go watch it, innit?
Bro.
It is. How can you give him? Because there's nothing going on, unemployment. A couple of my cousins were handsome, innit? So again, some of the times we forget, we're living in the lap of luxury of anigu Europe kunnool. Guri council ban ku jirnaa guryaal xaggan, and it's easier to talk like this. So,
Even
you know,
South
out in the
Africa.
field,
Even I want to
different.
add this up here. I just want to add this up recently about I do want to make a broadcast to. There was one Somali brother, Ridley's from Canada, that died in Ottawa, Allah Harisada, and a Somali professor who died in Yemen.
You lot,
was
no, forget that. I've got this case. I wanted you lot to watch this, innit? Yeah, I think I've got a
and I
sound
want
bite.
to say Allah
This
Harisada to a
happened.
Somali brother in South Africa who got killed by his South African wife, a Somali guy.
Yeah. I saw that. But watch this. This happened 2 days ago in America. I wanted to bring this up just before Thingy left, but watch this, you guys. I want to hear your thoughts on this and everyone else in the chat.
yaa sheegay in labada caruur mid ka mid ah uu dhaawiciisu halis yahay kaasi oo hadda lagu daweynayo isbitaalka hooyada dhaawaca geysatay oo lagu magacaabo Sacdiya Maxamed ayaa la sheegay in ay in muddo ah la tacaalaysay xanuunka dhimirka taasi oo hadda la sheegay in ay xaaladeedu aysan wanaagsanayn markii ay falkaasi geysanaysay caruurta ayaa da'doodu lagu sheegay 4 jir iyo 6 jir waxaana sidoo kale jira cunug saddexaad oo isagu ka badbaaday falkan kadib markii uu ka baxsaday guriga kaasi oo helay gurmad ay u fidiyeen dariska kadib markii ay maqleen qayladiisa.
Assalaamu calaykum, magacayga waa Muna Cabdi, ku nool gobolka Minnesota, magaalada Woodbury. Waxaan aragnay wiil yar oo banaanka ordaya kaligiis oo qaylinaya. Qaylada markaan maqalnay gabar dariska maqashay, markaasayna soo wacday gabar oo ajnabi ah, markaa Soomaali ahaan nagayna soo wacday. Markaa banaanka u soo baxnay waxaan arkay wiilka yar oo banaanka ordaya. Markaan u tagayna waxaan arkay hooyadiis oo daba ordaysa. waxaan isku dayay inaan hooyadii la hadalno, aan ku niraahno isdeji, wiilkaaga wuu fiican yahay. Marka hooyadii maynan u ekayn hooyo markaasi buuxda. waxaan go'aansanay inaan booliiska wacno kadib markii aan aragnay xaaladda inayna ahayn xaalad safe ah. kadibna booliiska ayaa yimid. waxaa jiray dhaawacyo ku yaalay cunuga 6 yearska ah iyo 2 gabdhood oo la dhashay oo mid ka mid ahi ay aad ugu jirto xaalad halis ah.
bismillaah, magacayga waxaa weeyaan cali maxamed ibraahim. xalay qiso oo in yar murugle baa meesha ka dhacday. saqda dhexe habeenimo markay ahayd 12:30 camal, 6 saac bar habeenimo mise 12 barka habeenimo ayaa markay ku aadineed baan waxaanu maqalnay qaylo oo ciyaal ah oo oynaya ayaan xaafadda laga dhex maqlay. markaasaa waxaa dhacday dadkii o dhan baa soo yaacay. isla markiiba waxaa haddana dhacay jug badan oo ciyaal la qaraacayay. waxaas ayaan haddana aan maqlnay. anigu qudhaydu gurigaan ku jiray, gabadha gurigeedana arrintaasay ka dhacday. deris baynu nahay. xaalad waxay ku dhammaatay maamada keligeedaa degneed. waxaad moodaa inaa ciyaalka ay qaraacaysa mise ay la dhacday maaragtay waxa ulus ay la dhacday waxa ku soo dhacay manaqaan maamadu. gabar wanaagsan waxay iska hdo xaafadda laga yaqaano oo unyaru socda oo adaab leh oo ciyaalkeedana ka adag oo mar kastaba meel kasta u wadayso oo jecel. xalay laakiin arrinta dhacday iyo dabeecadda maamadan ku ogeyn isku mid mahan. marka alaa kulli haal 3 ciyaal bay lahayd. midna waaba 2 dhakhtar baa la geeyey. hadda dhakhtar bay joogaan sidaan akhbaarka aan ku qabno. mid oo weliba serious xaaladiisu ay yara daran tahay, midka kalena xaaladiisu ay iska caadi tahay. cunuga saddexaad isagaa iska soo cararay oo gurigu ka soo cararay si buu u soo yara baxayo. marka derisku ku cararay saasaa maaragtay wuu ku badbaaday, laakiin 2 kale dhakhtar baa la geeyey.
intaas kadib ayaa waxaa la kulmay hooyada dhashay gabadha falka geysatay iyo qaar ka mid ah ehelada kuwaasi oo la hadlay telefishinka Universal.
waxaan ahay Sacdiya Maxamed hooyadeed. dhibka dhacay waa aad iyo aad baan uga xumahay, laakiin waa isku dayay aad iyo aad aan ugu dadaalay in iyada iyo ilmaha aan kala safety gareeyo. waxaa dhacday habeenada ka mid ah inaan 10 jeer inaan booliiska wacay. xataa booliiska markii dambe noo hanjabeen ay nagu yiraahdeen mar dambe haddaad na soo wacataan iska jir. marka haddii booliiskii waddanka hogaaminayana uu ku diiday, haddana waxaa dhacday in ay dhaawac injury ay aniga i gaarsiisay. markay dhaawacay i gaarsiisayna waxay dhaheen inaan xirnaan rabnaa waxaan ku yidhi ha xirina gabadhan xiritaan uma baahneed daaweeye markii daawadii iyo wixii ay socotay looyaray qabsadeen looyarka ay qabsadeen baan la hadlay waxaan ku idhi gabadhan way xanuunsan tahay dhib ha u geysanina ee daawada siiya beenay sheegtaa daawada way daadisaa mana ay jecla inay daawada cunto aniga warkayga qaata ilmaha seeftigareeya iyadana hala seeftigareeyo annagana na seeftigareeya ee gabadhaan ilaaliya oo daawadeeda siiyaan idhi cid iga hoos qaaday ma laha intaasoo mar baan looyarkii la hadlay oon cod u duubay hal bil baan ugu jiray maxaa lagu dhahaa laynka oon la hadlayna anaga iyo dad kale wax iga dhegaystay ma leh boolis waan wacay looyar waan wacay cid walba baan la hadlay cid iga war hoos qaaday ma laha maantana xooggoodii iyo awoodooda
Yeah, guys, man.
That's crazy, fam.
Yeah. It's kind of mad. Do you think, well, gabadhi of Somali ku yara hadla. Do you think gabadhi way wala minanti basku dhex buuqtay ilmihi like I think it's attempted. This is the thing. I don't know. 707 like so.
I mean, there's a lot of damaged people in the community, though. You know what I mean? Like, so,
No, but do you see? Okay, if the community knows, this is again like there was another case during Ramadan. I think it was in Kansas, Missouri, Kansas. I think that's this. I don't know which one's the state, or I don't know, Missouri somewhere. But the brother, Labudis will alone delay in it.
yeah. I know that it was in Kansas.
Yeah, that was crazy in Ramadan. Like they just come out of the mystery. They were doing to cheat. It was crazy, innit? Yeah.
He had mental issues. That guy.
Yeah, but what about this Kabardan as well? Like attempted, like fuck, come on, for a mother as well, innit? It must be kind of peak.
I mean, but Somalis
To
have
push it.
like in Somalia, they have the highest like mental health problems per capita in the world. Like mental health illness is rampant in the community, rampant. Like it's the highest per capita in the world. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like it's become normal within the community. You know what I mean? Like someone that has not okay in the brain it's normalized.
Yeah. For me, it's a crazy case, man. So when you lot are talking about madnesses, this happened about 2 days ago. Like the whole neighborhood shocked. And again, it makes me think: if everyone knew Askarta all three, the community knew. So is the community failing, or I don't know. We're talking, and this is in the West, so it's a bit of a diaspora one. It's for the diaspora to tackle, innit? So what do you think?
I mean,
You can't just I don't think you can solely just blame it on mental health, man. I don't think it's just that.
Yeah. I think because
that's just become. Do you think that's just become a scapegoat? It's easy just to say now. I don't know. I'm not trying to put anyone down with that, but this is kind of scenarios like this. Yeah, for the last couple of years, it's been popping up. Nin Husky said delay, the dealers. It's kind of it's a weird trend, especially two in the space of a couple of months as well. So it was really, and especially in North America. I don't know, you guys. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of nuts around there. I don't know. Talk to me.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah. I mean, I think it's also you need community building, right? Like you need like some sort of like community, like what's it called, like community centers and stuff like that. Like I think the youth need somewhere to gravitate towards to come in together. Besides the mosque, like you need a place where only your ethnic group can go in.
Yeah, but everyone keeps speaking about the youth. Yeah, think about it. Gabriela Nintan, like she's a mother, and then maybe I don't know.
But a community center is necessary, you know, because a lot of people just stay home. They're unemployed. You know, a lot of issues is rampant in the community that can be solved, right? We have to look at other communities and what works for them. One thing I've noticed, but like I said, with the Chinese and Jews, they've always had like a strict family, especially Chinese, a strict type of family culture. You know, they have community centers. They isolate themselves. You know, like isolate yourself, and also you have to be very.
But it's the same thing with Somalida and Ridley or isolation.
Isolation meaning like you don't need your youth or your community integrating with other groups. Just integrate in society, follow the rules. You know what I mean? Go to school, do what you gotta do, but always keep within your own kind. You'll be more successful like that. You know what I mean? You follow that route. You know what I mean? Assimilating too much is not good at all. You know what I mean?
Also, Ridley, why is it that Somalis in Canada have lost their culture, like due to like assimilation, not integration? Because Somalis in the UK have integrated but not assimilated.
Yeah, but the UK is different because you guys kept your duck hunt to a certainty, and the way how you were treated when you got there is different the way how we were treated when we got here. Somalis live under a very liberal, pro feminist,
No,
pro
but compared
LGBT
to other
society.
cultures, compared to other ethnic groups, have they lost their dakan or is it the same? Because I heard Canada's an extremely liberal country.
Liberal to the T, liberal to the T. It's like it's very soft place. It's easy to assimilate in Canada because it goes right under your nose. And assimilate meaning like you follow the way of life of the Canadian. You drink, you smoke, you race mix. You know what I mean? You're tolerant to certain things that are against your culture. You're very liberal. You're open minded to certain things that you're not supposed to be open minded about, like LGBT, children out of wedlock. All these type of things, right? And it ends up getting you. But one thing that the Somali youth are good compared to other youth, specifically the boys, they always stick together. They always keep to themselves. You rarely, time to time, you see Somalis that branch out, but they always stick to their own kind. Not and only a few ethnicities do that, and they're mostly South Asians and Arabs. You know what I mean? Most other groups, they're very open-minded and multicultural. You know what I mean? No one in this country, no one cares about anything. No one cares about keeping culture. No one cares about helping their own kind. They all care about LGBT. They all care about whoever they follow. Love is love bullshit. Whatever the media feeds them, they take into consideration. They don't have their own way of thinking. They don't know that they're going against their existence. You know what I mean? Especially people like us who come from generational Somali heritage. You know what I mean? We don't have. I know some people might have Arab in them. I can't speak for everyone, but I know me. I'm just Somali throughout my generations. That's all I know. You know what I mean? My parents are from Djibouti, North Somalia, like North Somali state. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so as I got older, I try to keep into that type of culture. You know what I mean? That's all I know. Try to build my community, try to help my people, try to network at least with my people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you live in the
But
diaspora,
but
especially,
but um but the only thing I've heard here that since you said I didn't even know you're Djibouti, but I did hear in places like France and French speaking parts of Canada that Djiboutianka are
Yeah,
assimilated
Quebec.
because that's the only French speaking Somalis you're gonna come across,
Yeah,
even
but
though
they're
they speak
liberal though.
Somali.
Djiboutians are more liberal. They're more tolerant people. They live amongst a bunch of fucking foreigners in their country. You know what I mean? Like they sell beer in Djibouti.
No, because I've noticed about some Somalis in certain countries. I'll give you an example. Somalis in Italy, I would say they haven't lost their culture, depending on what generation. But the ones that came in the 90s and 2000s and that, they tend to be from the south. They hold it. I do believe that Somalis in Italy have held on to their culture. But
But
the
look,
ones in
Barat,
places like
you have to be realistic though. Somalis are not like Indians, Bengalis, Pakistanis, or Chinese. They don't have a strong, they have a community, but not like them. Like where there's a strong family unit where we're together through thick and thin. We put our kids to specific schools. You know what I mean? We are easily influenced by others. The young men want to be gangsters. Young women want to be some white feminists, and then it pushes away from the culture. Somali culture is very
are
it's
you
easy
talking
to
about
lose it.
Ridley, hold on, Mulan, yeah.
wouldn't you say
I'm
that's
seeing it
westernization? Just like
No,
you
but
be.
Ridley, I'm seeing that with a lot
You're
of
westernized
cultures.
without
For
following
example,
tradition.
Ridley, listen to you all a lot. I'm seeing a lot of, for example, corruption, what's happening to different diaspora groups that's complaining about feminism, that's complaining about kids becoming gangsters. For example, degeneracy, it's affecting everybody. Like, for example,
No,
if you
no,
look at
no, no.
France,
Let me ask you a question. Go online. You will never see a Chinese woman or an Indian woman yell feminism, yell this, be anti-Somali or be anti-Chinese, be anti this. This ideal.
no,
This.
but I've
Let
seen it with
me
those
finish. Let me
groups.
finish.
Ridley
Let me
James, there's
finish. Let
feminism
me
in
finish.
those communities as
Originally,
well.
man, this is the problem with guys like you, innit? Yeah, you just see one or two people online. This is what I'm saying about these under 25-year-olds, innit? Yeah, I beg you, can you close your mic when you're not speaking? It's that background noise. Yeah, it's that mad back. Now, Rid, this is what I'm saying. You generalize too much, my brother, bro. Well, I've clocked that about you. I've realized that about you. You think every single one of the mother Somali that they're on this it's only the ones I think you're socialized with in your
I don't
groups that make
socialize
it
with
like
those
that.
type of people, brother. Like,
Come on, you must do it. You must
let me
pop
finish.
into
No, no,
that.
okay, let me just say this. I'm not saying that this is our whole community. I'm just saying that It's not normal that we have a portion of our community affected with these mentalities that are popularized amongst the youth. Like you have a rapid.
Yeah, but this is the West. This is
But
the West. Maybe this is welcome
you
to the West,
understand
innit?
it. You have to look at communities to understand. Like I said, when you have a weak country with weak patriarchy, like with weak like men that are not governing the community accordingly, holding people accountable to their decision making and what they do, it opens up a door where other group, the white daddy, can come and influence his mentality on you. When you're young, it's normal, but you can't have 26, 27-year-olds saying that I'm pro LGBT, I'm pro this, I'm pro that, but your people are starving back in the Horn of Africa. Yet your priorities are to support a movement that has nothing to do with you. You live in the West, yet you're pro woman, pro this. What's the issue? You can do whatever you can do. Why are you fighting for rights that you already have? Clearly, you have some sort of inability within yourselves that you feel incomplete and that you want to attack men. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're the ones losing in the future. You know what I mean? We're the ones losing out here. Life is gonna be harder for us as we stay here, just being men and who we are with our culture. We're not people that embrace it. We don't have a strong enough community that can help us and support us and propel us. The Chinese and the Jews have a community, but even in the Jew in the Dakhan, it's illegal to ignore one of your people's help. So if a Jew asks for help, you have to help him. In our culture, we don't have that. Chinese people have the same thing too. You never see them work for anyone else besides themselves. Look what SD said too. It's true. Somalis are influenced by other communities. Exactly. Why is that? Like I said this earlier before. I'll finish this unless someone else take over. When our parents' generation dies, it's only going to be us. We are finished for. Finished. I tell you, finished.
Why would you say that, Ritz?
That's a fact. So who's gonna see without a community center? Like you need a community center, a heritage center to pass on what is to be Somali. How you gonna teach the language? That's one thing. We don't have classes to teach the language. We don't have classes to teach the heritage, to keep people identity. I promise you, start this tomorrow. You'll see in the next 4 months, a lot of Somalis will change the perception of life and look to try to do something instead. They're focused on watching TV where people don't control. Focus on listening to Galo music, follow Galo lifestyle, and all these issues. We're a very divided community, even amongst the West, because we all have different political philosophy. You have people that want to be liberals, you have people that want to be communists, you have people that want to be libertarians, you have people that want to be right wing. We're all over the place. There's no one set of ideology that's going to unite us, besides the ones that look to unite the Somali people under a certain nationalistic standpoint. But most people think that's a little too.
There's something you're forgetting, bro. Islam.
Ridley.
Yeah.
No, it's
But you said Islam.
real quiet.
No, but you said SS. You said Islam. Why do we need Islam to unite us as a people while we can't unite based on our ethnicity?
Islam unites everybody. 1 billion people. Somali Nimo only unites one people. Look at Bangladesh. Look at their passport. Look at their country. They're very Muslim. They're very Islamic like us. Same thing with Pakistanis. Yet they still have a strong.
But they're very nationalistic.
Bengali. They still have a strong sense of Bengali culture, Bengali language. Look at their passport. It's written in Sanskrit. It's not written in Arabic. Why is our passport written in Arabic? You know what I mean?
Because again, let me get back to the culture. Importantly, this is a very important thing you mentioned about the culture. If you look at it in the West, why is it that Somalis are not united into as one single community, but you're gonna have single communities, multiple Somali community associations divided by Qabil, but they're not united under one wing, one branch.
That's
about
a
this Arabic and
UK
about
thing,
this
bro.
year.
That's about to say too. It's London probably. I was about to say Toronto. If there's a Somali thing, it's for everybody.
Yeah,
No, but I'm
bro,
talking
that's
about even
not
inside UK, the situation, the state. I can only comment. I can only comment in UK. Yeah, I can't comment about America and all these places. I've never been here, but I've heard stories. But in UK, you've got Somali masajids divided by Qabil, community centers, community organizations that are not under one wing, but multiple different
bro,
wings.
you gotta look at the deep thing, bro. You guys came to Malta, to the UK for a minute. You feel me? But like Anaka Mokta in the northern hemisphere, bro, we don't do that shit.
Western
divide.
hemisphere.
Huh?
Western hemisphere.
Oh yeah, Western
All
hemisphere.
in the
My
northern
bad.
hemisphere.
Nah, you're right. But I was talking about like North America. My bad. North American factor. We don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't
North
we don't
America,
do
we're
that.
better though. We're
Yeah,
more,
we don't do that in North America. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
In
we're
North
more
America, we
united
don't.
than the UK, I'll say. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
bro. Even bro, but listen, bro. I think low key, bro. I was listening to, bro. You kind of sound a little extremist, man. Sometimes, bro, niggas want to chill and turn up, bro. What's with the extremist, you know?
It's
No,
passion.
I'm not extremist, man.
It's
No,
kind
bro,
of extremist, bro. It's kind of
no.
extremist, bro. You
He's an
taking.
ethno
Extremist
nationalist. This
see,
is
let
what
me
ethno
tell you
nationalists
something,
are.
Thomas. Let me tell you
I'm a
something.
nationalist too, bro. I'm a
Is
nationalist.
I'm a
it?
national.
But this
Let me
guy's an
finish. You
ethnic
have to
national.
understand. You have to be serious, fam. You have to stop
No,
this.
but
Let's
like,
just have fun. Let's live in the
let's
West.
not,
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Hey,
Your parents
Selfish.
got a lottery ticket to come to this country. You could have been back home right now, milking some camels or herding some goats. So you got lucky to come here. That's one. Number two, you cannot fail the mission. Even if you, the closest thing to success is having a good job and career, having a family, and helping your parents and retiring them. That's the least you can do. The most you
Ridley,
can do is give back to
Ridley,
your community.
you're
or
right
help
about that.
other
You know, you
people.
said something about the lottery, about privilege.
brother, let's not infante. Let me interject quickly, right? Number one, bro. You say it's a mission, bro. I'm not on no goddamn mission, bro. It's not cool. I'm not the Call of Duty, infante. I'm not on a mission, bro. You feel me? I know what you're talking about, nigga. I'm here to make the best of my life. That's it, bro. But you gotta understand one thing, right, bro?
See, that's some female type of thing. What do you mean, my
Bro,
nigga? You
come
have
on, don't
family
say
to
female.
feed.
Listen, bro, that's you see, right?
You have
That's
a,
where
bro, you have people
bro.
you rely on.
Nah, bro, that's false, bro. Listen, that's false, right? I'll tell you why, right? The reason I choose to infante help, you know, how you know, my
Okay, let's
back
answer this.
home.
What's
No,
your
can I
goal?
finish though?
What's your
Let
goal?
me finish though. Let me finish, bro. That's my personal goals. Nah, I'm not gonna tell you my goal, infante. But listen, Thierry, you gotta understand one thing, right, bro? The onus of fixing Somalia, right? It's not on any Somali generation that was born after the Civil War or because we never caused these things, you know what I mean? But if you want to,
Thomas,
you can do that.
that's the only
You
thing
can
I'm.
do
Well,
that.
Thomas, can I stop?
You can do
That's
that.
the only thing I'm
Bro, I didn't
gonna.
even finish,
For the
bro.
whole night, that's the only thing I'm gonna agree.
Hey,
That's the only thing I'm gonna agree with you, because I said that in the previous stream. That Somali girl from Denmark or Sweden, wherever she is, yeah. I was debating with her that it's not our job, just like with any other diaspora. That do you agree, Thomas? Do you agree that Somalia can develop without its diaspora, with or without its diaspora? Because
definitely. No,
because
listen,
it can
though.
develop without us.
No, it
Because the reason why I
definitely,
say this,
yeah.
because Somalia does not need us. It doesn't need SS. It doesn't need me. It doesn't need you. It doesn't need Ridley James.
Wait.
Don't throw the bus like that. I was kidding.
You're trying to feel, nah, man. I need. It's not like, see it again. Not they need. I need that. Do you get where I'm coming from? I need back home, fam. And I'm tired of being
Bro, I'm
refugee.
No,
saying,
but
I'm
what I'm trying to say to you is that Somalia does not need us. Somalia appreciates is our help and that, but it can develop without us or not, because Somalia, as a people, we've existed for thousands of years with or without help, just like any other civilization.
brother,
That's
Somalia
what I'm
was there
saying.
before. Somalia was there before you were born, Mufante. And when you die, Somalia will always
Of course,
be there,
and
Mufante. But
after
listen,
when I die,
let me land, bro. Let me land, bro. Let's hear it. So the
Hey,
issue,
hey.
Mufante, bro. The issue is not about. Listen, bro. The only reason, you know, I want to fix my country and go back home, Mukta, it's a selfish reason, Mufante. You know what I mean? It's a sense of selfishness, capitalism. There's a lot of opportunity, and I want to help my Somali people. You know, it's my personal vendetta. It's my personal choice. You know what I mean? But let's not take our personal things and insert it onto all Somali people, bro. Some people want to be in academia, bro. They want to live their rest of their life, bro. Maybe this girl, bro, she wants to be a singer, bro. She doesn't care about Somali. Some niggas, bro, they just want to be a trappers, you know, and they want to live in the West. Let them be, bro. You feel me? Let them.
Okay, that's
let
okay.
them.
But that means, if let's say hypothetically, right, in the next 20
It's not
years, 30
hypothetical,
years,
but it's not hypothetical.
I'm
But
just,
continue.
let me finish. Let me just say this. Let's say like 20, 30 years, Somalia considerably does well. The economy booms, you know, infrastructure comes through. There's no more extremism, right? So you're telling me the people that didn't care, that didn't do anything, could just come back and lolly down. Oh, I'm gonna go back home now. I'm gonna go visit my country that I didn't do anything.
That's why Somalia needs to do background checks.
Somalis are not nice people. Yo, let me finish. You've never been back home, have you? If you go there, they start throwing rocks and shit. They start acting some way towards you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just, bro, you have a responsibility. Even sending money back home is something. Even trying to do
No,
something.
it's not, bro. It's not, bro.
Okay, so
now that's where you listen,
means
bro. Don't force
you have a
people, bro.
Ridley James, you know Somalia should introduce. What do you? America does this as well.
Listen,
Eritrea and America don't.
I'm not here to
should
fix Somalia, but
introduce
listen, let me. Yo,
no,
man,
but what do you
really,
think of this Ridley James diaspora tax? Because I think that's what they should do. If you got
that's
a house
fucked up.
in Somalia or business, You should pay diaspora tax, like people in
that's
Eritrea do.
and that discriminatory. But listen though, Theory, what I'm saying is, bro, you know, Theory, for example, you know, Adi Marta, Ridley, my forefathers, you know, your forefathers, everyone on this panel, bro, we were never in the part of the civil rights activists, you know, in America, but we still benefit from this, bro. You feel me? So for you to say that, you know, what the Canadians know, we have to do this, bro. There's no half, bro.
I didn't
There's
say
more
we have
Somalis,
to.
but you
I
said
just said
you said it's an obligation or a duty.
no,
That's
but
where you wrong, bro.
it's an
It's not a
obligation if you're
duty.
a man and you're responsible for your people.
Bro, what do you mean a
I'm not.
man, bro? Let's not put gender roles on people, bro. That doesn't make you a man, bro.
Okay,
Let's
so we
not
can't.
like
Okay, so no
what the
gender
fuck?
roles. Okay.
What the fuck?
You know
If
what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
fix my country, I'm not a man anymore. Get the fuck out of
I
my
didn't,
face, bro. What the
bro.
fuck?
I said if you want to be a man, I said that's what it is. You have to take
It's
responsibility.
not,
You have
bro.
to
It's
take the
not, bro.
challenge. Take the
But you know what's
challenge,
crazy? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You know what's
bro.
crazy?
You know,
Let me take a step,
let me just
bro.
say this,
Let
fam.
me,
You can do
bro.
what you want
Listen,
to do.
bro.
Freedom
But
of
let me
choice.
take it. Let me take a step further, right? And let me use your own logic, right? Is it a man like or man to fuck up his own country, bro? Is it man
Yeah,
like?
it's not man like, but
Oh,
it was a
now
man that
it's
fucked up
it
the
was
country.
now it's not now. Listen, bro. Our own people fought against us, different faction. You know, we destroyed our own country. You know, to a certain extent, there was geopolitics involved. You can leave that aside, okay? But now, bro, now that's not Ninarek, bro. Now, if I don't want to fix Somali, I'm not a man, bro. Listen, bro, your ideology. Listen, bro, you gotta
So what
go
do you
from
want
the.
to do,
Hey,
man? You're
listen,
all over the
bro.
place. You said you
Okay,
want to help your
okay, bro. Let
people,
me
but you
explain to
said
you.
it's
Let me
not my
explain to you.
choice. You
Let
say
me
I love
explain to you, right?
Somalia, but I want to
Let
live like
me,
a Galo, stay home in
bro.
America.
Listen,
So
bro. I
choose
want to live
one.
like Allah. Why do you care, bro? Listen,
I
I'm just
don't
kidding.
care. I'm just
But
saying,
listen,
choose one. You're all over the place.
but
Like,
listen, it's
what's
the
your
way you
loyalty?
saying it, bro. It's not mutually. Let me tell you, right? You gotta go from a
You sound like
different
an
angle, right?
LGBT nigga. What are you? Like,
Bro, what do you mean,
straight and
bro?
bi?
So
Like,
what, bro? So
pick
what if
one,
I'm gay?
nigga.
Why do you care, bro? I'm not even gay, bro.
I'm just saying, like,
Why do
see,
you
look at
care,
your
bro? Are you
mentality.
insecure? Are you in the
Let me
closet,
ask you,
bro?
are you a liberal or you a conservative? Just answer this.
Brother, I am. What is it? Whatever I want to be, bro. Listen though.
Oh my God. All
Listen
right,
though.
go ahead.
Listen though. Really, listen, right? You gotta talk to people about the pros of fixing the country. If we have one country, you know, these are pros. You know, it's your own country. But to say it's a duty, you know, to say it's a duty,
It
it's
is
my
a duty.
obligation. It's not. It's not a
It is a
duty,
duty.
bro.
It is
How's that
definitely
my
a
duty?
duty.
How's
It
my
is a
duty?
duty.
But
It
but
is.
shouldn't listen, bro. Shouldn't the burden of proof or a burden of abilities for people that fucked up the country, bro? For example, all the warlords and their kids and everyone
Most of these guys are dead.
generationally.
Some of them are
No,
alive, but
no,
most
no,
of them are dead.
no. Listen, bro. I'm saying the generation between them, Digo them Fante. Shouldn't they go back and fix it? No, isn't the obligation on them?
Bro, a
Isn't
lot
the
of people are
obligation
going back,
is
bro.
bro? But why are they going back, bro? They're going back for selfish reasons. Number one, if you
That's
take like
true.
if you take 100,000, bro, right? These niggas make money in the West, right? You make more
Yeah.
money in the West. You have degrees. When you go back home, you get better opportunities for yourself. So it's not something of like, oh, what the care on we bro. These niggas are making mad bread, bro. You gotta understand that thing, bro. They're innovating in a country that doesn't have innovation. You see the logic of it, bro. And that's where you're wrong, bro. There's no duty, bro. There's something called Muktai. Your own existence, bro. Everyone wants to, you know,
Okay.
have that.
You see,
Let me finish. Bro,
you
let me
live in
finish.
an
Last word.
individualist. That's okay, but at the end of the day, if I was to
I
live,
live in individuals, but
let me
Somali
finish,
was
man.
broken up by individuality, man. Come on, man.
Let me finish. You see, for you, it's not a duty. For me, it's a duty. That's a difference, and we'll see where we'll go from there. You know what I mean? Because you want to go live, have fun, smoke your little cigarettes on your DP. You know, do your little drinking, go chase the girls.
You
Go
already
ahead.
know, bro. You
Go
already
ahead.
know, bro.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
already
Go ahead,
know.
live that life.
But listen,
Then
listen
let me
though.
guess. You're gonna settle down. Say, oh, I want to do this. Go ahead. That's all.
Bro,
I know where your responsibilities lay at first. You know what that means?
bro, I can, bro. Listen. Now you see a name, you see a cigarette, you made a whole character about, bro. You don't know me from a can of paint, Fante. Have some respect and show me, Fante. All I'm telling you, bro, your logic is just flawed, bro. People are not going back to Somali to see their country great, bro. There's interested in it. This Mfante, this it's called Mfante. What's that thing called? Like first world advantage or first world advantage when you go there, Mfante. So in Somali, there's not a lot of innovation, a lot of things, right? These people make about 20, 30K, 40K. They go back home, they buy property. Basically, bro, these niggas are taking opportunities from people in the country. Or on top of that, bro, they are kind of making opportunity, but it's all selfish reason, bro. It's from a capitalist standpoint of view. These niggas are not doing sadaqah, bro. All these amount of NGOs, all these people that owns this shit,
That's what
they
makes
get
it even
awards,
worse.
bro.
And you're the
They
type
get
of
awards, bro.
you're one of
They
those
get
people
listen,
too.
let me finish, bro. Let me finish, bro. Adi, you just matter. I think me and you we're on different levels, bro. I'm just telling you as is, bro. You feel me? You can fuck a
Of course,
bitch,
you're a
bro, and you
different
can
level.
listen,
I'm
bro.
heightened.
Listen.
I'm not low like
Yeah,
you,
okay,
man.
bro. Definitely, bro. I'm low, bro. Listen, bro. You can fuck a bitch, bro, and you can drink a Henny, bro, and you can still fix your country, bro, at the same time, bro. You feel me? Those two things are not mutually exclusive. You can smoke your cigarette and do whatever you want on the side, bro. I think you have
It's
this.
very
You have this.
hypocritical. But
How's it
I see a
hypocritical?
lot of
How's it
Jews.
hypocritical?
I see a lot of Jews and Chinese who focus on more developing their people and stuff and
Who
focus
said?
100% of the. Let me finish, man.
Chinese.
Focus 100% the energy. You don't know the abilities to develop your people. You haven't seen the blueprint. You're living like a typical Western little boy. You're talking, you can drink Henny and smoke cigarettes and still help your country. Yeah, you can, but what's realistic is that your priorities are not straight. If you have an issue, go fix that issue, then go help your people. I understand. Let me finish before you talk. I understand where you're coming from, and I understand your standpoint. I'm not gonna argue, agree to disagree. But don't look at me and say my idea is flawed when I have political and economic initiatives to try to change and make a nation better. You're just trying to put my shit down. You're not trying to criticize it and break it down. Because if I look at your life right now, I can see that your life is but for you, and you live under an American standpoint. You like miscegenation. You like all a bunch of the rules given to you, even though that you're lucky. You got a lottery ticket to come here. You could have been back in that third world country, but now you're living here. You're enjoying it. Me and myself, if I'm alive, at least I could do is alleviate stress and try to make my goal to eliminate poverty. You know what I mean?
Come on,
Chinese
come
done that.
come on.
And that's where a sense of being delusional happens, bro. I'm not trying to hate on you, bro. I'm just telling you, bro. You're delusional. That's it.
You sound
There's
like
no
a
way
pessimist.
around it, bro.
There's no delusional. Anything is possible.
You're delusional, bro.
Alright,
Like,
so Ridley. Alright, Jeff.
you're kind of delusional, bro. Let me answer him,
Let's
right?
go. Let me talk.
Hey, go ahead.
Let
Bro.
me go. Come through it.
No, go, Thomas. Go, Thomas. I want to.
Hey, bro. Okay, number one.
Thomas, can I ask you one question before you start? Why did you call the honourable gentleman Ridley a deluded character?
Brother, I'm just saying his ideas are delusional.
Okay.
He's living in a fairy tale. I'm gonna end poverty. I'm gonna end what the key. Bro. Listen, bro.
Why you lying? No one said that. I said that's what I'm trying to do. And if I can at least have the idea and try to implement that. I'm not saying I'm gonna be successful. It's not gonna
but
you see,
that's be delusional,
George Washington,
though.
right? When he had a dream, George Washington history, when he went against the British, he had entailed to have a dream where his country could be the greatest, and he tried to do something, even though at that time his country was one of the shittest.
And that's not what happened. You are historical. That's not what happened again. You feel, brother? Don't make history on the spot, right? Within George Washington, had the honorable, had the General George Washington. Within him, Fante, there was faction that was going against him. If you read up, there was even a storm to storm Congress, at that time.
Okay, but
listen.
Short,
but that's not
and it became what he wanted to be.
And it was not his vision, right? There was about like 20 or 10 founding forefathers. They had the Declaration of Independence. They had all these things, right? But the main key factor, right? It was not. They never had an idea of building a country or building something. Mokte. All they wanted to do, bro, was live in a great community, Mokte, and people are right, certain individual right, God-given right. That's what they were fighting for. But under your context, Mokte, what you saying is kind of delusional. I'll tell you why it's delusional, right? Number one, you making a duty and say, yes, I gotta go back to my order. I'm gonna eliminate poverty. I'm gonna do that, bro. What's your blueprint? What's your ideas? I'm not trying to turn you down, It's the same scenario that every Somali little kid, Mokte, that grows up in the West. They're like, hey, what the key? What this year? I'm gonna do that, bro. There's people back home, bro, that's actually fixing the country, and they're doing great things for it. You know what I mean? All the Western kids right now, they have this idea. What the can I have a burden?
What's wrong with
brother?
That, why do you hate that?
Because
you have an issue with someone that wants to help their people.
I have the issue with the hero complex, bro. That's what I have.
There's no hero complex.
There's a hero complex, bro.
It's an economic model. It's to create an economic model.
What's your economic model? Tell me, what's your economic model? Tell me, bro.
But the economic model is to create employment, my brother.
How are you gonna do that, bro?
Ridley James, is that it? Like, what about industrialization of the country?
Exactly,
what about
exactly. One of them is like I said, the meat and milk industry. One of them large livestock. A lot of people.
Well, Ridley James, how do we compete with our neighbors, Ethiopia and Kenya? Why don't you talk about that,
bro? I think I'm out, bro. There's a lot of anti rhetoric going on with it. It's all
not
good.
Anti-rhetoric.
No, how do we compete with our neighbors?
You're not trying to find a solution. Your solution is this.
My solution.
Let me finish. Let me just say this. Your solution to you let me just say this, let me live my life. Let me do what I want to do. That's some feminine energy, and whatever I feel
I
like
guess so.
I can help Somalia when I want to.
I guess
What does
so,
that
bro.
mean?
If
Just
that
say,
is,
just say I'm an individualist. I like
what do
Western
you mean?
society. I like liberal progressiveness, and I
Oh.
want to live this type of. Just say that. That's
What
cool.
are you
There's no arguing with that.
I never
Don't
said
come
I
to
love
us.
liberal progressive fancy. You're putting words in my
Yes,
mouth,
you do,
fancy.
brother.
I
So
never said
you,
that.
I ask you political
Bro,
ideology.
I
You
never
me
said my
under the bus.
political ideology, bro. Listen, bro, you don't have to adhere to be a conservative. You don't have to adhere
No one
to
said
be.
have to, but
Listen, bro.
ask the
No,
question.
I'm telling you, bro.
Let him land. Let him land.
I'll take it. I'll take it easy, bro. For you. I'll take it even a step further for you, right? I am
Break it down,
what I am what benefits me, bro. You feel me? In the long run, fancy. I'm
So you're
not.
Danesta.
Eh? Yeah,
You're
bro.
Danesta.
Who's not, bro? Listen, when it comes to this ideology, bro, they've been there. I'm not gonna die for an idea that was created by someone. Fante. You know what I mean? You see how dominant it is? Oh, I'm a conservative. I'm a progressive. I'm a liberal. No, bro. Listen, I am what benefits me in the long run, bro. You know what I mean?
Are you a BLM supporter?
Brother, I am none of your business supporter, bro. You feel me?
You see, look at this nigga.
Bro, R.I.P. George Floyd, man, again. You know, Ilan Hamilton. But listen, bro, Fili, I didn't smoke that Ridley. I just smoked that. I just, it's just, I don't give him fat when I was like
Bro,
10,
agree to disagree,
12.
let's talk
No,
about
I used to
that.
think like you, bro. Maka 10, 12. What the kid this year? Hoyo, what the cat this year? Bro, listen. First of all, right? Be a success in your own right, in your own way, my fante. And then worry about the whole nation, bro. Like your whole independence on your life is dependent on my fante. You being, fixing it. But I'll be honest, I'm a mediocre person. If I do mediocre things, but my expectation, okay, my whole happiness is not depending on my fixing a country, bro. I do things that makes me happy in the long
Let me
run,
ask
bro.
you a question.
There's no idea.
Let me ask you a
There's no
question.
idea.
Let me
Listen,
ask you
bro.
a question,
Listen, bro. Let me finish. Get into a field. Get into an idea. Get into a field, Mokta, or do something that you love, right? And you become great at it, and then use it for your people. But then you saying, hey, I want to eliminate poverty. I want to do this, that, bro. Listen, bro. Great people, Mokta.
You haven't been here long enough to hear
What do you
everything
mean,
I've ever said
bro?
before.
Let me
I
finish,
never
bro.
said everything you just said there.
No,
I said that's
listen,
part
bro.
of the plan. I
But
didn't
that
say,
is. But listen,
hold up, you're
I'm
making
just
it seem like
saying.
okay,
No,
go ahead.
but you make big assumption about me, though. You said I'm BLM, I'm this and this.
But I
Not
said
me.
what I said. You're
But
misconstruing.
I misconstrued it. I misconstrued it when you said it.
No,
Brother,
but then again,
what the
sorry, but Jeffrey, when you first come on, Thomas Jefferson, when you first come on, you did earlier say I support blue makeup. I'm down for that.
I never said. I said, bro, don't put words in my mouth. I said I don't care, bro. Record, replay the thing. I said I don't care.
I don't care.
That's what I said,
too, bro.
Bro, that doesn't mean that. I just don't care, bro. Yo, SS, bro. Don't put words in my mouth again, bro.
No, I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna leave the stream up. I'm gonna look back at it.
Bro, I said, I don't care, bro. I don't care. But I said, I did say,
okay,
I promote other
let me ask you a
degenerates. I did
question,
say
though.
that, though.
Let me ask you a question.
But listen, yeah.
Knowing that you come from a country, right, that a lot of people are dying of starvation, you know what I mean? There's a lot of strife, there's a lot of issues. Doesn't that like kind of bother you, like knowing that you're privileged to live in this life and that your people are dying, like people are dying?
And that is false. And that, bro,
exactly.
SS, you've been back home, right? And that is false. And that's a false thing you're pushing again, bro. This is not
nothing.
You're putting a false thing, bro. You're putting a false thing, bro.
Let me ask you a question, though.
Bro, you know how many people are living good in Hammer right now?
You support a poor person in America, right? You support.
Who said I support, bro?
You support BLM in America, right? But you won't
who
support
said, bro? I said, bro. Listen, bro. What do you mean poor people, bro? Listen. Injustice anywhere is injustice, bro. It doesn't matter if it happens to somebody, bro.
Done. I'm gonna let you finish off. That's all I have to hear. Injustice anywhere.
Yeah, it is. But listen,
struggle is not equal. People are not.
But listen, let me finish though. But then on top of that, bro, it's about proximity too, Mokte. At the end of the day, right? Do I go to a BLM protest and stuff like? No, personally, I don't. You feel me? I don't like. It don't matter to me, Mokte. But if they ask me, hey, do you support a black man's life? I'll be like, yeah, I'm a fan. But going back on what you said, on people back home, there's people good living back home. You know that, right? But then I dare you miscrude it and saying, hey, bro. Number one, bro. These individuals, bro, they don't need you, Infante. If there's a will, there's a how, Infante. Or there's a how, there's a will, something like that. So, bro, don't like enforce, Infante, your sense of privilege and say, oh, look at Somali, we eat bad here, we eat bad. No, bro, if you die tomorrow, someone else is gonna take the mantle. And in order for people to change, Infante, change has to start within, bro. You know what I mean? It has to start within. How do you expect, a country if the social norms are messed up, when the ideas is kind of messed up? Kabila, let's go 4.5. We gotta, dismantle those ideas. You don't live in the country. You don't live in the country. You don't see what's going on a daily basis, and suddenly you have
And
an
the
opinion.
culture's even different over there.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm saying people live there over different. You don't even live in the
Also,
country.
I want to add about
Let me finish.
success. Like,
Let me finish. Bro, you don't even live in the country. You don't even know what's going on there. You don't even know what they deal with on a daily basis, bro. You don't know, bro. In fact, and suddenly you read a couple of articles, you hear some things. Oh, it's my mantle. Bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. Fix yourself, be successful, and then fix a nation, bro. Don't put your whole ideas on your whole life on the aspect. Oh, I gotta fix somehow, bro. Do something great that you like. I'm just gonna end with that.
Jeez. I see Riddy getting taken down again. Not 2 streams in a row. Yo, Rids, your mic is fucked here. Go on, you want to say something?
That's not me, fam. That's not, mine was on mute.
No. Your mic's good. I know it's Rids.
What? It's Riddy, fam.
No, Rids. I'm not Rids. I'm Rad. Sorry, my bad. Yeah.
What he said was stupid, because I completely agree with the fact that developing yourself first. Of course, I know that. We're talking about Somalia. We're not so he just went out of nowhere to say everything I said with delusion. He's a typical Westerner, you know what I mean? He sees his country is a lost cause and says, fuck it, let it go. I'm not a disloyal person. If I see my niggas getting into an issue, I'm gonna ride for him. I'm not gonna say, nah, man, there's 4 of them, they all have guns. What do you mean, bro? That's my country. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just sit there and be hopeless. You know what I mean? I don't have this man's mentality. I'm not weak like him. I understand what he's saying. It's
definitely strong. He's stronger than me, bro.
I'm weak. Relax, bro. I let you talk, bro. Relax.
But don't insult me. I just kidding.
I didn't. You said the same thing to me, bro.
I said your ideas are delusional. I never said you.
Not even my ideas are delusional. If my idea is delusional, then so was everyone else before. You know what I mean? A guy said having a plane go in the sky was delusional too. But look at it now. You see? It doesn't matter. Like,
what are you talking about?
Everything sounds delusional at first.
You're gonna say that creating a phone was delusional. That's all.
You know what I mean? You're making it seem having a stable country and a good economy is delusional. Like, what the fuck? Like, minimizing poverty or ending poverty is delusional. You acting like I said I want Somalia to be as strong as the United States of America. Like, what? Like, we can't be like a Singapore. That's impossible. We can't be a Taiwan. We can't be a Denmark.
Riddy, why don't you start? Riddy, why don't you start your own country?
Yeah, that's the fun.
For example, I'll put my money into it and you put your money. We'll start a micronation, because you can even start your own country in your own house. Did you know that? Why don't you do that?
Yeah, Ridley, let me take it, bro. Ridley, you're missing one thing, Fanta, and that is, bro, one thing you forgot about the equation. Look at history, look at every nation, Fanta. When, Gaddafi got in power, Fanta, these people they were fighting against the French, Fanta. They were doing bad, Fanta. They were fighting anti-colonialism. Once he got in power, he did great things. And then, bro, that seat, Fanta, is so sweet, Fanta, being president. People just don't want to give it up, bro. And that's what you're missing, bro. Human greed, bro.
You're confusing everything.
Nah, I'm confused. I'm just telling you, bro.
No, why? Because I'm just telling you. I want to be president.
No, not president.
You understand?
Hey, let me take a step back. Let me take a step. Let me take a step back. Forget about president. I'm just saying this, bro. When you fix your country or you do everything, Fante, you don't do it for the greater good of your heart, bro. There has to be, some benefit, bro. You know what I mean? Are you a saint, bro? Are you a saint, Infanta? Are you a saint, man?
Bro, I'm not a saint at all, bro. Like, this guy killed me, man. This guy killed me. You're misunderstanding the whole solution. You know what I mean? You're looking at everything too black and white. Like, oh no, it can't happen. This can't happen, bro. Anything can happen if you have the right organizational skills and enough money invested in the issue in itself, and have like-minded people with you to do it. You know what I mean? Clearly, we have this great network where people are networking, trying to find solutions. You're coming here with your pessimism, saying it's impossible, this and that. You're going against the status quo. You know what I mean? Let me finish. If you want to critique it, but don't try to make it seem like it's impossible.
Bro. I wish you.
I'm trying to make Somalis. You making it seem like I'm trying to make Somalis go on the moon in the next 5 months.
I'm just saying this, bro. Bro, all I'm saying is, bro, I'll be honest with you, right? I used to live in Minneapolis, right? Once upon a time, right? I lived in a poor neighborhood, when I was in high school, I used to live in City Riverside.
So you lived in Minnesota? I'm going to track you down, yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. Listen, you track me down, bro. What the fuck? Like, nigga, I don't care. Like,
I'm
I'm a
gonna
grown man.
do to you. I'm gonna do just like in
No, but
Simpsons,
hold on,
just
bro.
like in Simpsons, where
Let's
Mo
though. Let's
gets
switch the
prank
topic.
called and
Let's
he
switch the
finds out
topic.
who the
Hold
prank
on, bro.
caller is. That's
Thomas
what's gonna happen
Jefferson.
to you, Jefferson.
Hold on, let me answer that
Bro,
question.
if you want my number, bro, just text me in private. I'll give you my number. It's not a big deal, Fante. I'll give you my personal information.
Send your number. I'll call you now.
Hey, bro, you really want it? You want my LinkedIn too?
Yes, drop it. I'll call you now, and you can put it on the mic.
Hey, definitely. You ready for my number? Yo, DM
Send
me,
it.
DM me. Yo, cut the stream, bro. I'm gonna give it to you. But listen, though. No, but listen though. My next question is Mokte.
There's something called a private chat. If you lot wanna can't see each other, yeah.
No. I'm gonna give it to him, right? But look at his logic, right? Bro. I'll give it to him. It's not a big deal for me. But listen though, you're literally gonna take.
I'll send it to you.
Listen, bro. Listen this right, bro. Just it's gonna blow your mind. Just listen to me, okay? You're literally gonna take time out of your day, Mfante, just to prank call me, bro. What the fuck's wrong with you, bro? Have me at it. You know, of all the things, you know, it could be like, brother, you know, we can get to know each other, you know, brother, what do you do for, you know, Addy, you know, what do you study, you know? No, listen, I'm just saying, it really Reds, bro, bro, you sick, bro, go to a hospital, bro.
I'm joking with you, Thomas, man. I'm just messing with you, man.
But listen, but yo, going back on topic, right? Yo, SS, can you bring up Musa? Can you bring up Musa's Mfante, you know, comment?
Yeah, this one
you
here.
know, yeah, that one. Bro, that shit killed me, bro.
What does he talk about? If you can't even stick up for the oppressed in the country, what country is he talking about?
I'm saying, you know, the kids. He's just basically saying, bro, you know, the kids, you know, that's dying from opioids, you know, in your own neighborhood. There's a lot of shooting that's going on in Canada, bro. Dixon, bro, Project Traveler.
Idiot. This is the stupidest logic ever. What do you mean? You sound like a fucking liberal.
Bro, how you not doing nothing?
He's a grown man. You have a community. What are you talking about? What do
you have your own community,
targeted group? Somebody make them targeted.
No, but there's shootings going on. There's opiates going on. What are you doing for that?
Do you see upties? Do you see hobbles?
What do you mean upties? But the little kids that's actually, you know,
Somali people
fundamentally
are making their own decisions in their life.
Now it's them. Bro, listen, bro.
It's not me. It's not
your
me.
Your own community, you're saying it's them, right? But back home,
my community are killing themselves.
But what about back home, bro? You're back home, bro. There's terrorist organizations,
back home is
bro.
Different, fam.
What about your own? What about your own back home?
Back home is very different, fam. Back home.
What about it? They're
very ignorant, bro. They don't have the same.
They're ignorant.
They're really, James. I've got a question for you about Canada. What's up with all these gangs and that in Canada? Like, it's just interesting. Because in Canada, it's happening in every community. You've got like Somali gangs, you've got Indian Punjabi gangs in BC, Colombia, killing each other. Young men that are dying for the drugs trade. Tell us about that, because I read something about that today.
First of all, there's a massive drug trade in Canada. That's number one. You know what I mean? We're on the
because the reason why I asked you that, because Marahdubs in UK are mesquite and that, but the ones in Canada I've noticed that they're crazy. They're crazy Marahdub, and they all come from like good homes. What does that tell you? They come from good homes, because BC, sorry, Melas Melfian, Bahindi Kapuhda, but Ayal Kodi, the money in large numbers because they're involved in the drugs trade. This includes Adankins.
It's all a culture too, because a lot of Punjabi boys in Brampton, right? This is like in West Toronto. A lot of them want to act like Madho, like they want to act gangster. Some of them say the N-word.
Brampton's a dump. I've never been to Brampton, but Brampton's a dump. Wallahi, that's what I've heard. Brampton.
No, Brampton's basically a neighborhood that's 40% Punjabi, and then it has a large West Indian / Jamaican minority as well in it. So it's basically diverse. You have South Asians from Punjab, and you have Jamaican and West Indians, and then it creates this elusive suburb of immigrants that change the dynamic. So basically, majority of the neighborhood is working class, middle class, blue collar, but a lot of guys try to play gangster over there. Like you hear shootings and like beautiful big ass houses, but the shootings. It's not like a urban sprawl of low income housing. There barely is low income housing in Brampton. Most people go there for cheap housing, and it's that's like cheap property to buy, like 3 story.
Would you live in Brampton?
Yeah, I mean not anymore. Now the average home in the GTA, with the Greater Toronto area, is like $1 million. You know what I mean? So it's very expensive.
No, but I'm saying, is Brampton cheap? I'm saying.
Not anymore. No, like I said, no. It's like at least average house in Brampton is at least $800K to $1 million at least.
Oh my God! How come there's no Somalis in London? London, because it's a nice city. London, Ontario. Because I looked at the map of it. Now I know why. The reason why London, Ontario is named after London, because you know there's a river in the middle of the city, like the River Thames in London. Like, how come
Oh.
there's no Somalis in that city, London,
There
Ontario?
is a bit. There is a bit small. I knew one guy. His dad, when he first came to Canada, his son was acting very bad. Like he was getting involved with like horrible activities. Like he was stealing people's stuff. He was getting expelled or getting suspended. A lot of things. And his dad's like, "Yo, fuck, I don't know." And plus, he took his bag, took his kid, he left randomly. I never seen him ever again. He was a fob straight off the boat. He stayed there for like not even more than 3-4 months before his dad moved. But it also was for cheap housing too. What is this? Man saying I'm not gonna tell this man to hop on too, man. What's wrong with this goofy, bro? Why am I gonna help someone that doesn't want to help themselves? If I see Somali guy that wants to help, then I get it. But even then, there's a bigger investment in youth in a country like Somalia where people are obedient and submissive than a fucking youth that wants to play gangster in the disciples. You know what I mean? I can't. I'm not. Have no one has time to convert a man's mentality. If you choose to act like a gangster, live like a gangster. If you said to me, "Want to invest in the Somali youth, so kids between the ages of 14 or younger," then that makes sense. But a guy that's 21, 22, and want me to help him, grown ass adult, his own mom or abo can't do it. What's gonna change? What can I do? You know, like your own parents can't do anything. Who else is gonna do anything? The only thing that can do anything for you is the police, because they're the ones that do the law and order.
One more. Can we get to the point? What about Hamilton anyway? Is that a good
Hamilton's a
city?
crack city, fam. It's a crack city. It's full of white people and like a few Caribbeans. A lot of people go to these places to sell crack. Like Canada has an opioid crisis. I don't know if you know about it.
No, but I'm
You know
saying
what I
is, yeah, my main point, sorry if I went off topic, but my question is, yeah, I just used an example. You've got Punjabi Ayalia who are bloody gangsters who are killing each other. Then you've got like Sri Lankans and all of that. And you've got all these Ayalia. So my question is, yeah, what the hell is going on in Canada with Ayalka, yeah, for example,
Bro, like
yeah,
I'm saying, fam, you
with
gotta
this drugs
figure out
trade?
the
Because
country
years
built,
ago,
fam.
12, 13 years ago, there was a documentary about Ayal Somaliad going to places like
Edmonton.
who are going from Toronto to Calgary to not Calgary to Edmonton, Alberta, that are dying in Fort McMurray. I'm thinking, what the hell's going on with Ayalka Somalid and Ayalka Timichira, Hindiga? I'm thinking, what's going on in Canada? Like, what's going on exactly? Tell us the situation, because I want to hear your side, because you live on the other side of the Atlantic.
Okay, basically, what I've gone from it back in those days, I was like in grade 10, I was like 16, I was like 2010, 2011. Basically, there was a surge of Somalis that were going out west because of economic opportunities. There's oil rigs out in Alberta, right? So a lot of blue collar work, a lot of economic opportunity. My cousins went there in 2005. They moved. I remember they all went there. A horde of Somalis went there. Long story short, the Somalis that were acting this type of way that you see that are killing were the guys in their I'll say late teens, early 20s, mid 20s, who came from Toronto in their adult age. So they basically grew up in Toronto, grew up in gang culture, grew up around who they did in subsidized housing, went to Edmonton for economic opportunity. Instead of looking for a job, they got into the drug trade. The drug trade in Alberta is massive, to the point where the laws changed to the point where the average like minimum sentence now for drug trafficking is 7 years minimum. And then I think maximum 14. It's gone to that point now. You know what I mean? A lot of them were fighting for territory and they were killing each other. But most of it was done also when they're intoxicated. A lot of like after hour parties, Somalis, they drink, and if I don't know how it is in the UK, but here in Toronto, and I mean Canada, majority of them are not compatible with liquor. They're very incompatible. You know what I mean? It does creating a volatile environment,
Yo,
especially in
is it true that you can only, Ridley, sorry if I interrupt, is it actually true, right? Yeah, I've heard this from other Somalis, yeah. You can't go to a corner shop or convenience store to get alcohol. You have to go to a special place like a supermarket where only alcohol is licensed by the government. What do you call those places?
What'd you say?
In Canada, you can't get alcohol. The strong alcohol stuff is similar in Sweden, because I've got a cousin who lives in Sweden. The alcohol stores is controlled by the government, and the content of the liquor, you can't get strong liquor in Canada,
Let me tell
in
you how it
Sweden.
works. It works.
Basically, you have to go to a government-owned department
But
department store,
exactly,
supermarket to get it.
Yeah. You can't go. It's provincial, right? So in Ontario, it has one of the largest in the world regulated alcohol boards, right? LCBO, Liquor Control Board of Ontario, something like that. It's LCBO, and basically you have to go to the LCBO to buy alcohol. In Ontario, in Quebec, it's different. Quebec, you can buy like how you can buy it in the UK, in the store, gas station, anywhere. You can buy it anywhere. In Alberta, it's only sold by liquor stores, straight just liquor stores only. And the same thing within Manitoba and BC as well. Every province has every different laws, even different drinking ages. It varies, right? It varies. But yeah, you know, the biggest province in Ontario, for sure, you have to excuse me, you have to buy it. I mean, you have to buy it from a provincially government owned store.
Mm. So back to the drugs and that, yeah. But is it really still? What about in 2021? Is there still serious problem with drugs?
I
Because
wouldn't say serious.
In the
I
UK,
think
we got a
Somali's
serious
got better,
problem
to
with
be honest.
county lines.
I think they got
You've
better,
heard
to
of?
be honest. There's a lot more guys working, a lot more guys in the trades. It's all about who you're around, right? The people that my mother hangs around, all their sons are doing good. They're buying houses for
No,
their
but I'm
mother.
talking about what I'm trying to say is I'm talking about Ayal, not just Somali Ayal, but Ayal, who basically will be offered chicken and chibis, basically chicken and fries, yeah, at the local, let's say Mary Brown's in some inner city part of Toronto, yeah. Or some guy's gonna come to his kids or in his chicken shop. Let me buy you some chibis and chicken. Let me go buy you the latest Air Jordans and that. But I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go to, let's say, to let me think, to Brunswick in Canada to sell drugs for me in this house, in this trap house. Do you get that situation? Because in London and in UK, there's a problem with that with county lines, where a will go to these Adam places and counties and that whatever, and they'll sell drugs. Because
I
there's a big
mean,
problem over
I
here.
don't know, man, because I'm not in this. I'm not in that lifestyle. But if you're talking about grooming drug dealers, it's not maybe, but not so much, man. Because you have to understand, right? With the kind of political landscape and the way how Canada is made and the way how employment opportunity is made, if you're not pursuing, let's say, if you're not going to post secondary education, a lot of men are not avid to construction. It's not open to them. It's very like race based. It's very cultural based. Portuguese and Italians own it, and they connect it to their children. Only a few 1-2 dudes that once they go through life, they go to it. So majority of the young kids are either unemployed or they follow fraud or they do this. And majority of them follow a certain demographic, come from a certain area. You know what I mean? Because there's no for young men as well. There's no
For example, are you
outlet.
talking about like in the job market, because are you talking about like the lack of they've got like they'll go and do the trade or the training or whatever, but after when they finish education or the trade course, whatever they're doing, they're gonna have difficulties in finding work due to institutionalized racism,
Not,
due to
not
competition, due to
I mean, that's true, but in a sense, like it's not. It's kind of like that, but not really. Depends, right? If you want to
because
get
in
into
UK we got a
academia,
problem with that similar to Canada, because in UK there's a big problem with institutional racism and that, and high unemployment in certain areas. Some people would just rather imagine you got someone who does a trade course but can't find a work because of many how would I describe it, barriers, and this person says, you know what, fuck it, I'll just go on IDA. If you know what IDA means, let me just go on the IDA because you know the
government
COVID
funds.
recession. The COVID recession. How many people are going on IDA? You got people getting like what, £400 in universal credit? That's like what, 500 Canadian dollars.
No,
Imagine
that's
if you're earning 500
700.
Canadian dollars a month. Would you live on 500 Canadian dollars
You
a month?
crazy.
Think
Impossible. It's impossible to live with that. But the UK, I don't know the economy of the UK, the European economy in general. I think it's more of a STEM economy, meaning you need to have science, technology, engineering, or math, or like one of those type of programs to
no,
really
but I'm talking
thrive
about the
today.
labor market. Like I'm talking about the labor market. Like
But even the labor market,
no, but like in
isn't it controlled
Canada,
by
for
the
example, if
industry?
you try to apply for jobs these days in UK, right? Yeah, this is why UK left the EU, right? Yeah, it's hard to get a job. Let's say if you want to get a job, let's say at KFC, because I worked in KFC, the majority of it were
You
Hindi,
work in
and I asked
KFC right
myself,
now?
no, I don't. It was a crap place, man. I could take a meshi time ago, yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you go to certain places, because I worked in a warehouse, the majority of the warehouse is dominated by Duka Kmart in Poland or Romania, and I'm
Romania?
thinking, yeah, ah,
Mm. Damn. So hold
if
on,
you
let
go
me
to
ask
any
you.
warehouse.
Okay. But what's the economic situation in the UK like? It's like a lot of people can't find work. Like, what's the most popular type of job people do?
Popular job. I'd say probably retail, office jobs. Depends on what the part of the country that you're in.
What about Birmingham, Manchester? Is there popping over there? There's definitely employment over there.
No, but there's high unemployment in the north. Like, you trust me, you do not want to live in places like Liverpool or Newcastle or the up north. There's a lot of poverty in the north of England. The south is more richer than
They
the
stopped the
north.
industry, no?
But
They stopped the major
the industry, the north used to be the industry of the
steel.
UK,
Yeah.
like the north of England, like the steel factories, the mining, the fishery. That's all gone now. That's all gone now.
So London is where it's at, basically. London.
London, basically, you're gonna find like many jobs, like office jobs, fast food jobs, you name it, warehousing.
So
But it's
what do you think?
competition. It's competitive.
So what do you think is the future of the UK, like economically and socially?
I'll be honest with you, up to you, there's no future in the UK.
So are you planning to stay there? Like, you see yourself retiring, living, and dying in the UK, or you're gonna take your shit and
Of
go to
course
the
not, man. Of course, I'm looking at it. If you look at it, the only business I'd start in UK is a cleaning business. That's pretty much it.
Your cleaning business?
Because the UK is it's too competitive. It's saturated market, basically. If you want to become a millionaire, go to a third world country like Africa or the Caribbean or South America,
Monaco's a
or
good
cheap
place.
housing.
But Monaco's expensive too, though. You have to be a millionaire to live in Monaco.
Who the hell did I say Monaco? Why the hell would I want to live in Monaco? I could be bloody George Franklin, who lives on something street in London. I still wouldn't live there. Or if I had $1 million or $500 million shillings, that's probably going to be in $20 million. I would not want to live there. Or if I was a rich guy, I'd still be
Let me
Adi.
ask you this. Let me ask you this though. Yeah, that's true, Colwell. Still, there's no future for Somalia. Canada and the US is better. That's fact. Way better. Even people I knew British people and other groups of people in the UK that came to Canada for better opportunity, and they even got better jobs. Like, you would always hear like the major detective or one of the major guys in like certain companies or businesses always have a British accent. I'd be like, yo, why the fuck this nigga came like 5 years? He's already on the top of the list.
Yeah,
Like,
I've
this
heard
man got
stories of people from UK going to Canada. But I had a dentist. I went to this dentist chick. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, she's Indian. Yeah, she came from Canada. I thought she was American, but she told me she was from Canada, and I'm thinking, why the hell did she what's it called, come to UK? But anyway, yeah, it's actually true. Yeah, in your healthcare sector in Canada, you've got a lot of British people who work in the medical sector.
I mean, there is a few doctors. There's also a lot of police officers as well. I've noticed there's a lot of things like you can go. There's a lot like you'll run into a lot of British people that live in Canada, like especially those that came from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. They still have their accents. You know what I mean? Because there's much more economic opportunity in Canada and much more land and space to buy
In
land.
Toronto, in general, or
Toronto's
other
impossible
provinces.
because the economy is about to crash right now, right? The work wage is not going up, but the real estate.
How come Somalis don't go to places like I would like to visit one day in Charlotte, yeah, by myself. I'd like to visit what's that place called? Nova Scotia, that city called Dartmouth. It's very beautiful. Dartmouth. Halifax.
Bro,
What do you think of
mind
that city?
you mind if I interject quickly, bro? I just want to answer one thing, Fante, bro. This is for the UK people so they can have like a better understanding of why Somali Americans are nationalistic, Fante, for America. I'll try to explain that, right? It's not about being brainwashed. It's not about being that or this, right? Number one, when you come to America, Moktai, there's no, for example, if you go to the Netherlands, there's a Dutch, that's a Dutch person, Fante. And if you go to UK, let me ask, if you go to the UK, you get the English, the Englishman, the Brits,
the native,
you get them,
the native.
haters, Fante. But in America, bro, we all American, you feel me? No one feels less American.
Yeah, it's a melting pot.
It's a
Yeah, you know what I mean? We can wear the flag, bro. Like, for example, if people that work, like, I seen this, I don't know if it's true, right? People that usually carry the British flag, right? It's usually people that are racist, right? Or supremacist, the people that carry the flag, you know what I mean? In America, bro, my nigga, Somalis celebrate 4th of July, bro. You know what I mean? This is a regular, you know what I mean? We integrated with the bro. You will hear mama say America, America, bro. You know what I mean? We integrated with the society.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Since you're a native of Minneapolis, right?
I'm a native, of everywhere, bro.
No. You said you grew up in Minneapolis.
Yeah, I grew up there.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm not native there. I'm not native there.
Okay.
But I grew
But
up
so
there.
okay,
Yeah, what
so
about it?
basically, what is the perception of the Somali community towards Ilyan Omar?
Brother, I don't know if I'll go ask them, bro. I never did on everyone. You know what I mean? I
No,
can't
okay, okay.
answer
She's
for the whole
popular
community, but
because
it's crazy. But bro, listen, right? It's crazy, right? Listen, let me tell you, right? Me personally, right, bro. I personally, I don't matter, agree with Ilhan's politics, right? I personally don't agree with him, okay? But bro, if the Adam people voted for her, bro, this is the conception, right? She has an obligation on the LGBT. She helps. She has an obligation of the Adan liberals. She has an obligation for everyone and the people that didn't even vote for her in Minneapolis, bro. You feel me? She's a congresswoman, not for Somali people, bro. You know what I mean?
I know.
So,
One of my issues with her too because she, she plays that card so well. Because you know why? I seen her poster today on a Jewish on a Jewish protest in Beverly Hills, and they put a poster saying, "Your hate motivates us," and I'm like, wow, because she's such a fucking gay liberal. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, don't call her gay. I know it's her own personal. If she's gay, bro, it's her personal. Let's talk about her politics, right?
To be honest,
But
I agree with Ridley. I do not really like Ilhan Omar. I really dislike her.
but yo, red mark that you can dislike or anything, fancy, but we still gotta respect her because she technically is,
to be
a
honest, I
congressperson,
think
bro.
she shames
We
our
still gotta respect
community
her, bro. Same
with
with
her
like Donald J.
ideology.
Trump. No, bro, let me finish, bro. Let me finish it. Same with me personally. I don't like Joe Biden, fancy, but he won
Oh
fair and
man,
square. You know
fuck
what I
Joe
mean?
Biden,
No,
man.
but
That's an
listen, bro.
embarrassment for
Let me
America,
explain,
yo.
bro. I think let me explain, bro. It's going over here. Let me explain to you what I'm trying to tell you, right? It doesn't matter if someone you disagree or one more thing. Once they win fair and square, they won, fancy. That's it. And you got to
That's
give them that
debatable.
title, bro. You got to give
That's
that title.
debatable.
So,
We all know they use the mail-in ballots. We don't know anything,
but
fam.
they did, bro. I'm an advocate, of a Trump supporter, fantasy. But
Me too.
bro. We lost under key issues. If you understand the key issues such as, the
Yeah,
coronavirus,
yeah.
the pandemic, there's key issues. But bro, I feel like with all due respect, I think, bro, you just read headlines, fantasy, some news articles, and then you jump with it, bro. You gotta understand the deep meaning behind it, fantasy. Like you're just touching the surface of politics, bro. You know what I mean? I said, bro. But yo, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just bored as fuck right now,
So,
bro.
Ridley, I want to know what's your opinion on what's it called Nova Scotia on NS line. Do you think would you recommend any Somalis to visit there or Maya?
Where Halifax?
Yeah, no, Nova Scotia, man,
I mean, yeah,
because they
you
always
can go
advertise.
there, man.
I seen
It's
some
open to
advertisement
all.
on that.
It's open to all. I never been because the Maritimes are the least inhabited regions next to the northern regions, right? It's mostly old stock Canadians, right? Mostly white inhabited areas. But you can go there. It's pretty popular, Halifax. You know what I mean? A lot of people go there during the summertime. Go outside near the coast. You know what I mean? I've never been there. I don't know anyone that's been there. Most people go to the major cities: Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. Those are the best spots to go in the country. The major urban areas,
Mm,
and maybe in the Rocky Mountains in Alberta, and also like in BC.
mm. What's that place in Canada called? It's fucking Kabul, man. It's deep north, man. It's called St. John's. You've heard of it?
That's in Newfoundland, no?
Yeah, Newfoundland. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very yes. I don't. I mean, I've never been there. There's a few people that live there, but it's a very small area. All stock Canadians live there.
Old stock Canadians. You know what? Yeah, I'd advise any Somalis just don't live in those two ethnic cities. Just move to where you feel like it's gonna be better. That's my opinion. Because me, I would not want to live in Toronto or the major
Yeah,
cities.
because even if you look at it now though too, right? Moving the topic a bit, there's a big what was it called like a cultural hegemony going on in France. I don't know if you heard about it, especially on their Twitter and stuff, where a lot of North Africans are anti-miscegenation. You know what I mean? They're trying to keep it to their culture. What do you think about that? Like, I thought Somalis were bad, but North
Yeah. No, I don't want to know about France, man. France or Melbourne, bro. It's just a crazy place, France, man.
you think
At least
so?
UK is not that crazy.
I think the UK has an agenda to keep. That's what I think, because the UK knows where it's going and it's following the liberalist globalist ideology. You know what I mean? Race mixing, lack of identity. We're all one. The diversity is no diversity. If you know what I mean, everyone is the same. I
No,
feel
but I
like
don't
that's
have no issue. Ridley James, well, I have no issues with I don't care about if people are mixing and that, but one thing I've noticed, and SS probably noticed as well, yeah, if you go on the TV these days, and I'm next to my TV right now in my fuddy, 99% of the advertisement is mixed race, mixed.
It's been happening for a long time. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be because you have to understand too, right? Like a countries like America, like a place like Toronto, London, New York, are and LA are perpetrating this type of ideology. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's like, how do you expect society to move forward and humans to be great if these type of things happen without other things being addressed? I mean, I find it very weird, but I think, alhamdulillah, it's a Western concept. It's only going to happen to the West. You know what I mean? It's not a worldwide phenomenon, and it's decent. But at the same time, it's only going to affect the people with the lowest socioeconomic status. You know, I don't, because
No,
I
but one
find it
thing
weird, right?
about
Let me ask you a question.
you're right about that
Wait,
you know, I've noticed about people from socio-economic backgrounds. If you're
it's not
earning,
the
let's say,
Filipinos. It's not the
100,000
Filipinos,
a year, do you agree or disagree with this? If you're earning, if you come from a good family, you're earning 100,000 a year, you're least likely to marry out and that. But if you're someone from the lower
that's facts.
socio-economic, you're more likely to marry out and whatever. If you look at it,
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. It's been true. That's what happens in places like, especially like in Ethiopia and the Philippines, right? A lot of the time, some of these betas will go there and go get them and marry them and come. Some of them get this, some of them get that. But even in here in North America itself, the lower you are socioeconomically, the more likely you are to marry out. That's how it's supposed to be. Because the girl looks for the guy with the most amount of money. She goes for the highest bidder. And even then, women to women, cultural loyalty is a phenomenon. Like they don't know about cultural loyalty. They don't keep to the blood. That's why if you look with
no,
those,
but
let me just finish this. That's if you look for those, right? In the UK, if man marries out more, if he chooses to marry out more, that ethnic group has a high rate of biracial population compared to the female. That's the irony about the situation. The male is the one that tips the balance due to him choosing to spread his seed and to pass his wealth. And that's what happens a lot with those. That's what happened in Liverpool. In Liverpool, a lot of people over there are light skinned. There's barely any dark skinned people over there, or like any black.
really, James, you're absolutely spot on. Like, if you go to Liverpool, the only pure people that are living in Liverpool are Somalis. If you look at the Caribbean people, 99% of them are biracial. There's no single pure black.
No, not at all. And even then, right?
There's another city as well. Like, if there's a city called
What about
Bristol.
Birmingham? Black
No. There's a city in the west of England called Bristol. It's got a massive, large Somali population, but it used to be dominated by people from the Caribbean. I was looking at the statistics on this website, and it talked about which is the most popular language in the city. It said that number 1, English. Then it said number 2, Somali, which is the largest ethnic group. It used to be Caribbean people. The second largest ethnic group is Somalis. Then third is Bangladeshi people. I'm thinking, wow, what's happened to these people? Because times have changed.
But you have to understand too. I feel like what keeps the Somali community tight knit is that they go to smaller towns that are much more conservative. That makes them much more conservative compared to liberal urban sprawls. It limits interaction with other groups and also limits the way how people think and how they move. That's why. That's why
Ridley,
yeah.
my honourable friend, I want to ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
What do you have?
You said limited. The reason why I would live in a small city because it's more cleaner and it's quieter. That's the reason why, and it's cheaper compared to a major city like London.
Yeah, Khalid, what are you saying, brother?
I was gonna say, I've noticed one factor. I noticed this. It comes out of your mouth a lot. Liberalism. What have you got against liberalism?
My issue with liberalism is the tolerance for any and everything. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have any. It's too open minded to the spot where like it accepts anything without any validity to it. It wants culture.
Ridley James, you basically dislike liberalism because it's like this basically. The big bad wolf with his shiny sharp teeth, licking his shiny sharp teeth, is standing outside with Red Riding Hood saying, "Come on." And Red Riding Hood is
relax.
And she comes and she's advocating for today. Is that what you're against, Ridley?
Right. We have to mute you right now, right? he does this. He gets a bit excited now and again.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah, basically, liberalism has decent philosophies, but one thing with the philosophy, because I grew up liberal, like I was like that too, but it's the ability to lack of criticism and the way how it accepts any and everything. Like if you look at Somali community, for example, right? One of its biggest issues, not only within itself, but it's the liberal ideology that babies you, that gives you money, that plays victimization, that does not want you to stand on your own feet and be concerned. And even then, as a Somali person, we are naturally conservative. That's who we are. We are adopting an ideology that's going against our existence. You know what I mean? We're not tolerant to any and everybody. We're not. There's nothing wrong with that because liberalism did help us get into the country. That's true. Liberalism did make us get here. So we can't hate it. But at the same time, doesn't mean I have to add a year to it. You know what I mean? Liberalism is not a great ideology. It's an ideology that's more popular with beta males.
Ridley James, I think you
No
should do that
strong
to
men.
Somalis.
There's no
I
strong
think you
men.
should.
Yeah.
Ridley James, I think you should do a social experiment. Basically, do a prank on Somalis to test their limits. Yeah, to test them basically. Like this one, for example, how would Somalis react? This is so obvious because one Somali guy did this. I think you need to do this for Somali family. You pay this girl, yeah, like yeah, you go to her dad, yeah, as a prank, a social experiment. How would a Somali family react, yeah, if you say to a Somali dad, I'm pregnant, like, or you see there's madness, like in Dawson's Creek, Mom, I'm pregnant, how they react? Because Somalis, and I guarantee Ridley, have not changed because they all got that 90s, 80s, that traditional.
But hold up,
You get what
Brad.
I'm saying?
Let me cut in right quick. You have to understand the Somali is going through a transformation. We're a very youthful population. Like I said this before,
I'm
our
talking about
parents'
teenage
generation.
pregnancy. How would
Hold up, wait,
Somalis in
just give me one
2021,
second.
yeah,
Just give me 1
both
second.
parents would react to their son
No,
or
but look at
daughter
this. Look at this.
getting
Look at this,
someone
bro.
pregnant?
Okay, we all know how they're gonna react. There's nothing to talk about. We know we're. But look at it like this, right? Our parents' generation have maybe what 20, 30 years left. By 2050, most of them will, inshallah, they still be alive, but realistically, a lot of them won't be here with us. By 2050, someone in 2000 will be 50. So, you know what I mean? Just to let you know how the age will be by then. But by that time, Somali community would already be disintegrated. There's nothing left of our community left to even think about how would they react, how would it not be. Liberalism would take its offshoot and it would dominate us because most people
Ridley
you check
James, no,
out
but Ridley James, what do you SS Ridley James SS? What do you think? Do you think millennials has fucked this generation up in general? And again, mind my language, the millennials, because millennials are not. Basically, millennials are broke. They have no morals. They're not getting married. They're not saving up. They're not buying up properties. Well, basically, this generation's fucked. The next generation is more fucked.
The Generation Z or the Z. They
What's
call them.
Generation Z anyway? Again, I don't want to sound retarded, but what's Generation Z? Is it like after us or before us?
I think it's the 2000. The 2000 baby.
Actually, they're more. I'll tell you right now, yeah. Fuck Generation Z, yeah. I don't even. They're even more degenerate than us, yeah. But they're finished as well. I'm saying to you is millennials. If you look at it around the world, yeah, fertility rates have gone up, have gone down in the world, yeah. And all I gotta say is, there's no hope at all because millennials are finished.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. I said the same thing too the other day on a group chat on Instagram. Millennials are by far the worst generation to ever come to life. They go against everything. The way social media take, like, well, lie, like, this is why I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? People gotta really, like, come together and create a community and to evolve as human beings, like that mentality that Thomas Jefferson man had is a mentality to avoid because his mentality is exactly what's wrong with our generation and our people as well. You know what I mean? Just living your life. That's bullshit. You can live your life if you want, but I promise you it won't be fulfilled. You know what I mean? Most watch.
So but
Yeah.
then again, do you think he's got a point when he says, "Do we really own a Call of Duty?" I understand.
No, you don't, Abti. But the issue is, I'm trying to say, is to live a fulfilled life is to take a challenge and adversity, and that is whatever you see fit. I'm saying it's a Call of Duty for me, like as a person. But what he's thinking was right too. I have to help myself before I can help others. That's facts. Even my community here as well. But at the same time, I feel like there's a better investment and the Somali people back home who are willing to do the change and work and who are willing to learn and understand the sins of this world, the Somali people over here who are much more argumentative, much more combative, and lack understanding. There's a few that are decent that have
What
national.
about Ridley James? What's marriage statistics like with the in Canada, for example, because it's fallen deep
I
down
don't know,
over
to be
there.
honest. I don't know.
Now amongst the Somali community, because I'm seeing right now in UK, right, yeah, people are just living together now. In
And
general,
Somalis too?
no. I'm saying is yeah. I think that's where diaspora that's where people in the diaspora are going to be heading towards, because you know the millennials population.
Wallahi, to be honest, the Somali community, a part of it, is gonna be living like the Mado. You know what I mean? Children out of
No,
wedlock.
because Adan no, but the reason why, yeah, because I was watching something about this. Yeah, this is regarding population in Canada. Is there more deaths? And I know you're gonna say this. Is there more deaths or is there more births? Because I know for a fact in Canada there's more deaths than births. In UK there's more deaths
Yeah,
than
yeah.
births.
No,
If
no,
there's
but
births,
you have
the
to understand,
majority of
Canada already solved this problem with immigration. They already know immigration is the way for them. That's why they take immigrants all the time. They're one of the most friendliest countries towards immigration next to the
Yeah,
United
they
States.
take now they take 250,000 immigrants a year.
Yeah, exactly. Canada's
but
most.
but listen to this here. I was watching something about Sweden. Sweden was the grossest population. But listen to this. They said to the people, we'll give you lag and that incentives. I don't know, 2,000, 5,000. I can't remember the exact amount. It was around there. The people over there, ED then, and said, nah, forget it, man. Because there's no incentives. Even though the government's offering them incentives, but it's not worth it.
To have kids and populate and all of that.
No. What do you
Well,
think? Do you think people back home will take the money if the dollar said we'll give you 10,000 per something? What do you lot think?
hell yeah.
Yeah,
But
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 Sweden is a small
what
country
percentage of the
anyway.
population in Somalia would say, Maya, I want to focus on education and wahas, but 10,000 and that, you have to like, I don't want to sound stupid, but and obviously people back home will take the lag, yeah, but you have to look at it from in terms of generation. Because in Kenya, they're not having kids. In Ethiopia, they're trying to slow down their population. Actually,
Bro,
we've got a higher fertility and birth rate than
I
them.
think you're false, bro. Africa's booming, bro. Africa's booming. It's
70% of our youth is young. 70% of the population is under 25.
Where in Somalia?
Yeah, and under 30 or something.
Yeah, no, it's majority, bro. The average age of Somalia is like 17, bro. Like it's a
Um,
very youthful country. The future is bright. That's what
But
I'm
too
saying.
bad if we don't have an old population, man. It's not balanced.
No,
No, you
old
don't need
population
that.
is useless. What's the
Um,
point of having old people?
No, but think about it. Yeah, if you look at
Especially
it,
Somalia too. Old people have
now I'm
done
talking about the
nothing
age
but
structure. Do you think the age structure should be balanced in the middle, or do you think we should
no,
have more of a
no. It
youthful
should be always
population?
youthful. Look at China. Look at the West. Look at Japan. Their biggest issue.
China's population is aging,
It is
but listen
aging.
to this, yeah. But China, let's look at it in terms of knowledge. China has got a educated but middle aged something population. They're all right,
Look
yeah.
how
But if you
long it
look at
took for
some,
that to happen, Abti. Like
but
China
they transfer the
product
knowledge
of
to their
50
youth.
years, 50 to almost 70 years of hard work and dedication. You know what I mean? Like China became exclusive with the world in 2001 when it entered the WTO, World Trade Organization. Like they hosted the Olympics in 2008. Our generation is witnessing the greatness of China. They see we need laws, not old people. Like exactly.
100.
That's what old people don't
But
provide
for
anything. They
example,
need help because they're aging.
in China, I'm trying to say to you is yeah, even in Arab countries, in Algeria, I looked at their population is growing old. Like they're not having
Yeah.
as many kids. In UAE, is a similar thing. The
Influenced
native
by
population
France.
are not having kids, except for Core Hindika, they're having kids. But even Oman, the population there, they're not having kids, and it's a rich country. But what I'm trying to say to you is it correlates to education and wealth.
Yeah. I completely agree. To be honest, so what do you think? Are
SS,
you
you know
saying
what's even funny? I
kids or
looked at
no
this
kids?
website. Even 2050, our population is not going to slow down. Our fertility is not. It's not even going to drop. I'm thinking, is it because of our lifestyle? Is it because of our culture? Like, what do you think? Because every ethnic group is different. Like, I'm thinking, even Djibouti, their population is still growing.
They're
but
me.
it's the same thing.
It's a youthful generation, bro. But guys, on that note, yeah, I gotta get to work early in the morning. I'm gonna come back on Friday. On Saturday, we're gonna be streaming. We're gonna be streaming on Sunday. Again, you guys, like I said, you guys stay on the back show if you want. Like 1 second, and
But I have to get going anyway, man. Hey, Antigay, you Ridley, we'll talk another time. It was great talking to you. SS, it was great talking.